How's it
Hey,
going,
how's it
sir? How are you?
going? Good, and you?
Good, good. I'm Brian. Nice to meet you.
Carlos?
Is that an okay volume on the music there?
Yeah.
Too soft, too loud?
No, I'm able to differentiate between you and the audios pretty well.
Okay, cool, cool. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
What's going on?
Hey, Joester. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Ty? Doing good.
Hello, everyone else.
How's it going?
Nice to meet y'all.
Brian, nice to
Hey,
meet
guys.
you.
Brian, pleasure.
Likewise, likewise. Is that an okay volume on the sound for you guys?
I can hear y'all pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Howdy.
Hey, hey, hey.
Mr. Garcia, welcome.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing well.
Good to see you
Fantastic
all.
stuff. Likewise,
Ooh.
likewise. Glad to have you on board.
This is not going to keep me awake, but it's going to be fun.
I feel you. I'm enjoying me some St. Arnold.
Mhm.
Their version of Oktoberfest. Can recommend.
Nice.
What's up, Carlos?
Sir?
Carlos is a regular. He play tested and helped out with quite a bit of the entire production throughout the last 2 years.
Awesome. We're gonna have
Nice.
pros on board.
Excellent.
I don't know about pros. I just came in. I just hung out. That's as far as I got.
All right, I think we are just waiting on Heather, but she just saw the link, so she should be here any second.
Mhm.
We just got, oh, here's Heather.
All right. Welcome, ma'am. Good to see you again.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
All righty. Just gonna finish assigning these names here to help with identifying who's who. If you guys want to just go around the room real quick, just a quick your name, who you're playing tonight, and I guess just a little brief synopsis of your background in TTRPGs. We'll start as I see you guys, so that'll be Carlos going first.
Oh shit. Okay, I am Carlos. In terms of tabletop RPGs, I guess the guy below me, Gabe, is my game pusher. He pushes all the drugs onto me. We started with Ubiquity and sort of spiraled out of control from there. I don't know. I've been gaming with Gabe since 2008, 2009. I forgot what year we started.
Oh man. Oh geez. Right on. Ty?
Well, I'm Ty Powers, and I'm playing Lance Corporal. Let me check. His name is Robert Harris, and he was a delivery driver before the war. He got into a wreck with an MP and was, I guess, coerced into joining the military. My tabletop gaming experience has been mostly with Joey. We've played consecutively now, on and off,
About 6 or 7 years.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Joey's been my constant companion in role-playing games.
Nice,
Ooh.
nice. Speaking of, Joe, if you'd like to go next.
Of course. My name is Joseph Reeves. I'm playing Private Jack West. He was the son of some factory owners and then helped stage a sort of shift in power to the workers through unions. My tabletop experience, sort of like Ty was explaining, for about 6 or 7 years. Been playing mostly D&D. Started on 3.5, but now mostly on 5th edition.
Cool. Gabe?
All right, so hey, I'm Gabe. I will be playing Private Cuthbert Wolf, a former Durham County Fire Brigade firefighter, I suppose. And I'm also manning the Bren gun, so I'm the heavy weapons guy. I've been gaming for a long time. I guess if you had to put a number on it, I suppose it's close to 40 years of gaming. First edition D&D. So yeah, it's quite a pedigree. Except I have to be really old for that. Anyway, yeah, I got Carlos into some gaming, and actually, I know Carlos is a friend of a former student. So I've got students that I've tuned into some gaming for generations now, it seems, and so he is one of those products. I'm happy to be here, by the way.
We are happy to have you, sir. Thank you for creating this game for us to play. And then if we could get Heather.
Hey Heather, I'm playing Lance Corporal Samuel Davis. I am a failed rugby union prospect determined to prove my worth to my blue-collar family by showcasing my bravery in the Army. My dad also served in the 6th Durham Light Infantry in the Great War, so I feel like I have to fill those big shoes.
Nice.
I've been in a campaign for like a year with Joseph and Brian DMing. Besides that, I've only been in like a few one-shots. Maybe there's like one like 3 or 4 session shot I had, but yeah, that's about it.
Awesome, thank you, ma'am. And I will be your host tonight. I will be playing literally everybody else. My gaming experience is about 3 years of D&D. I've been the host of Nat20 D&D channel on Twitch, and you can catch it on iTunes. And as of most recently, running about a year now as a paid DM for a homebrew D&D campaign. Thanks, sir. Thank you.
Super cool.
So hopefully I will provide you guys with a little taste of that paid experience.
Nice.
I have been playing on and off before that. I used to play GURPS way back in like the early 2000s, and even a little bit of AD&D as a kid. Although my experience with that was super limited, and I died real quick. So hopefully you guys last a little bit longer than that tonight. We are going to be diving into War Stories, which is a new game coming out from Firelock Games, coming largely from the brilliant mind of Mr. Garcia here. We will be playing this game, which is set during World War II. Much of the book that's coming out for their release in the next month or so is based kind of on D-Day and the Normandy timeframe, I think. We're going to take it a little bit before that. This scenario that we'll be playing through tonight is going to be taking place during the Blitzkrieg, specifically in the 21st of May, 1940, in Arras, Belgium, or Arras, as the English will say it. To paint the scenario for you a little bit, the past 7 or so months has been what's called the Phony War. Small-scale skirmishes with the Germans have taken place along Belgium and Holland and on the Maginot Line south of you in France. The British Expeditionary Forces have been mobilized, and all of you, although some of you who are Lance Corporals were likely in the army beforehand, the rest of you have likely been mobilized since, drafted into the army. The unit that you guys are with is the 6th Durham Light Infantry Battalion. You are part of the 151st Infantry Regiment in the 50th Northumbrian Division. These are storied units from the Great War, so you have a whole lot of history, and specifically where you guys all come from, County Durham in kind of northern England, is very, very famous. There's also a thing that kind of is different, and you'll see this as one of the things that I've added to your character sheets here, and that is the Durham Boys. Excuse me. Now, the Durham Boys is specifically a reference to the fact that throughout the entire war, and the Durham Light Infantry fought for the entire thing, these guys had absolutely no mutinies the entire time. And there was only one large-scale disciplinary action that ever occurred the entire war, which is when some of them were being sent to a different unit and refused to go. They preferred to go back to their own unit and continue fighting instead, and staged basically a hospital breakout and got court-martialed for it. So, to reflect that, your ability to encourage one another within a fight, you get a +2 dice to a rally roll. So if you recall from what I posted earlier, rallying is a good way to help remove those conditions that are affecting a player. When you get hit, right, your endurance is going to decrease, but you will also take a condition. The first one the DM or GM chooses. After that, it's up to you guys where you want to assign those. Getting all 3 points, so you can see it goes in levels, -1, -2, and -3. If you get to -3, you're outies. If your character goes down, which is a distinct possibility, you do have backup characters. Specifically in this instance, it'll be the person listed as your buddy on your character sheet. There are a whole lot of other ones within your platoon to play beyond that, should it come to it. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully you guys get to enjoy these characters. I haven't made these scenarios too unwinnable. So specifically, where we start ourselves off at tonight is going to be in the kind of northwestern portion of Arras, a suburb of it known as Anzin-Saint-Aubin, where the 6th Durham Light Infantry is currently resting. You've been in the reserves now for a month, as other units have been far more on the front line. It's been a pretty relaxed time for you. Your time in Belgium has not really been that rough, considering. However, that has all changed significantly and very recently. As we're picking up, it's pushing into the latest hours as you are all sleeping outside of a small bakery called La Couchon, with a fun, festive image of a pig that is eating a croissant. All of you are sleeping outside in the street here, and the sounds of the town itself are largely soothing. The battle and intensity of the front seems far off. In the small cafe nearby you, although it is late and pushing 11 p.m., there are a couple of locals that are up and some members of your group who's gone out there just to kind of relax on R&R are resting for the evening. You can hear from inside the music play as a record is put on, and the conversations are kind of quiet and forthcoming. As you're laying there, though, getting ready for a good night's sleep, you can hear kind of coming up to you a sound that strikes, we'll say, Private Row. You're probably the one who's up on watch right now. The clip-clop that starts making its way up to you is kind of distinctive, as that of a horse. A little bit of a change in this evening, as this horse kind of is nearing you, but it is dark. It's night out. You can't see very well. You do know that the horse is approaching. What would you like to do? The rest of you are asleep at this point.
I'll grab my rifle, stand up, and begin to approach the horse at the ready just in case.
Okay. With your rifle leveled, you hear the horse come to a stop.
Who goes there?
The voice that comes back to you through the darkness is a familiar, grizzled voice. You know immediately to be that of your platoon sergeant, Sergeant Jones. On your feet, soldier.
Yes, sir.
You hear him kind of dismount down from the horse. With that, yes, sir, the rest of you kind of startle awake as you hear that grizzled voice of Sergeant Jones.
Is that bring up
Very-
for everybody else?
Oh yeah, all of you guys are up with that sound. On your feet, boys, look alive.
Sergeant?
As you were, stand up, make ready. Get your weapons about you.
Get everything.
Gather up.
Who's in charge of you lot?
It's a Lance Corporal, I guess. Huh?
One of them.
One of the two.
Lance Corporal Davis, is that you? Uh-oh, we lost Ty.
He's
He's
still
a private.
He's asleep.
He fell back asleep. It's all on you, Lance Corporal Davis.
Oh. Yes, sir.
Lance Corporal, get these men ready. We've got orders to move down further south.
At this hour?
Aye, at this hour. Lieutenant wants the whole lot of you packed up, ready and mobilized. Find a truck, get your way down south. Link up with the rest of the unit. Jerry's have punched through the lines.
I said.
Kind of walks over closer to you, Private West. Son, make yourself ready. Keep your eyes open. These Jerry's haven't punched through a little bit. They've punched through something like 100 kilometers through the line.
Aye, sir. Keep the eyes peeled. Ready to take out some Jerry's.
That's what I like to hear. You, Private Wolf,
Yes,
get in
sir.
there and shut that radio up.
Right away, sir.
Uh,
Get in there and shut it down.
the waitress is not very happy to hear that, but as you do, and the music dies down, you can actually now begin to kind of hear the gunfire taking place off in the distance. Do you hear that, boys?
All too well.
Not much like that.
That's the sound of the Jerry's come back for us. But we're going to link through. So make your way south, meet up with the lieutenant. But keep your eyes peeled. There's a chance that they've broken their way through the lines further north. Onesies and twosies they've been approaching, so I've taken the horse instead of a car. But there's no time for that, and there's no horses for it. Find yourselves a vehicle, make your way south, link up with the lieutenant. Any questions, soldiers?
Yes, sir.
None,
No,
sir.
sir.
On our way.
Good. Look alive then, boys. You might just have a chance to die for your king tonight. See,
joy.
hops back up on the horse and trots away. The rest of you are left with your gear here outside of this small cafe.
All right. So we our gear's all relatively light enough to carry on our own. So we're able to march south to the lieutenant.
Definitely.
All right.
Yep.
I,
Is it just us, by the way? It's not just the five of us. It's a whole platoon. It's a lot of us around us.
It's just the five of you as far as infantry goes, as well as your buddies are with you as well.
Okay.
They're kind of getting their gear situated simultaneously.
Right.
The cafe has a couple of civilians that are inside as they're beginning to close down the shop.
Right. So it's like a 10-man squad.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I got the heavy the light machine gun, which I suppose is a bit heavy to carry, but I suppose my buddy will carry some of the ammo packs, and we'll be good to go.
You are indeed, as your buddy here, Gareth, goes about starting to pick up the heavy ammo cans that he carries with him. Now, all of you guys, while it's specifically Private Hayward's job to help reload the Bren, all of you carry ammo for the Bren. And these two pouches that you kind of wear across your chest, each of which holds 2 magazines for the Bren. So you are all ammo carriers for it.
Right.
But it's Private Gareth Hayward's job specifically to reload it.
Perfect.
While we're on the topic of magazines, I was looking over my character sheet with Joey earlier,
Mhm.
And it says that I have a Thompson submachine gun, and I'm looking at ammo. It says 30B, which not sure bullets, I imagine. Now, if I look at my gear, it reads ammo pouches, 5-round rifle ammo clips times 10.
That's a bad copy pasta on my part. I apologize.
Okay. So what should I know then?
Corporal Davis, what do you have for ammo on yours?
So I have the Thompson as well. It says 30B under ammo. And then mine says the same thing under gear for the ammo pouches.
Oh, did I
Five-
really? I botched that on both? I
5
apologize,
rounds.
guys.
No problem.
I apologize. Okay, you guys should have the ammo for your Thompson. It should be a 30-round drum. Or I'm sorry, a 30-round magazine. And you will have 6 of those, in addition to the one that's in your weapon.
Okay.
Carlos's eyes got really wide. The six magazines.
I'm like, dear God, we're all muscle men
I know, right?
going down the street with so much ammo.
Oh yeah. Welcome
And
to
then-
light infantry.
So
There's
I-
nothing light about this.
Yeah. Well, while we're on the topic,
We get into the car, it's on the floor.
For my Lee Enfield, it's a 10-round clip in there, but it's also a 5-round clip is what I have in my inventory. Do I have to reload twice to get the full one? I've never fired a Lee Enfield before.
No, so actually, I think it does come in 2. You have it in either 5s or a full 10.
Okay, for sure. Just wanted to make sure. It's a single shot rifle, so I'm not super worried about having to, reload
Yeah.
on 5 shots. Just making sure.
Yeah, if memory serves, that it comes in both variants, which kind of like you can stick it together for a 10 or like peel it apart for 2 5s. Gives you the ease of loading however much you need at the moment.
Okay. Heard.
Yeah, so for practical purposes, right, when you fire, right, and you have emptied all of your rounds, the bolt comes back and you can put that ammo and the clip sticks down and you mash the rounds down into the weapon itself.
Okay.
Clip comes out, goes in your pocket for another day.
Heard. Thank you.
Hmm?
Yeah. Guess do we see a vehicle or two that we can requisition to make our way south?
Make me an intelligence perception, please. First roll of the night. Need a
Okay,
6 on the
dokie.
D6 to succeed.
Now we've been a group for a while now, so we know roughly who would be the better driver, right?
I've
Oh,
got I was a delivery driver.
There you go.
Yeah, so I got a +2 to operating trucks.
Mm,
Can I aid him in finding a truck? Is that
Sure. Yeah, you can definitely, and that'll give you an additional dice to roll for that.
that gave me the success that I needed. I had rolled
Ah,
5 and didn't get anything.
All
But
right.
That 6th was what got it.
So Private West, as you're looking around for any kind of suitable truck, you find some smaller cars. Nothing that really looks like it would be terribly appropriate for the situation. But knowing where to look for a larger vehicle here, it's actually going to be your brother in arms who helps you find around the corner a 15 CWT Morris C8GS truck, which is sort of a common troop carrier, mostly used for artillery and their crew, but with the space completely open as it is right now, should be enough for all of you guys to squeeze in.
right? If no one has any objections, I hop in the driver's seat and fire up the truck.
No, all yours,
Load
buddy.
up, boys.
yep.
Alright.
I make sure I get in the back, and just before I get into the back, I pop a beer out. And I pop the cap, and I start chugging it.
As long as you're not in the cab.
And It is. It's a lovely Belgian wheat beer that you have at your disposal now, sir.
It's the way to go.
I hand one to my buddy Andrew Lindsay. I'm like, here you go, man.
We are headed south.
Yes, indeed you are. Go ahead and make me an operations check. You've never driven this type of truck before, but you know enough about it. Let's hear how well you do on getting it fired up properly.
Let's see. Operations.
Under agility.
Under agility. Operate 2. +2 talents is driver, +2 to operate the truck. So I have an agility of 4, an operate of 2, and if I understand it correctly, a +2 to operating trucks for a total of 8 dice. 4 for agility. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's correct.
All right. I'll roll 8 dice.
Jesus.
I'm using a generator now because I don't have the physical. So I got 1 success out of 8.
That's all you need. As you start fiddling your way around the truck, you do eventually figure out kind of how to get it jump started. There's no keys necessary for the ignition on this bad boy. And you fire it up and the engine begins to start humming for you.
All right. I put her in gear now. I need to navigate at all? Is that the thing that's required of us? Or
we'll get one more operations check from you if we can.
Okay.
For your driving through the night here, since it is at nighttime that you're going to be doing this driving, we're going to take a -1 to this total as you're trying to figure out drive your way without headlights, essentially.
Okay, yeah, that's smart. Good idea. Success.
Okay. As the engine begins to hum and you start getting yourselves ready to go, everybody battened down in the back, the truck kind of shifts and lurches to a start, and you begin accelerating, driving your way now through this suburb. Who's in the passenger seat?
I'll be in the passenger seat since I also can. I've got a skill point in operate, so maybe if he has any trouble, I can jump behind the wheel, having driven a fire truck, I guess, or some sort of water truck back home.
For sure. Let me get.
Appreciate the help.
Yes.
Let me get both of you guys to make an intelligence perception for me.
Nice. I get to break out the War Stories dice.
Hey,
Ooh,
there we
I was looking
go.
at those online.
I like it.
Intelligence perception?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. As I understand it, that's 4 dice. 3 for intelligence, 1 for...
Mhm.
And that's 1 success.
Okay.
1 success.
Alrighty. The 2 of you, as you begin looking out here, you notice up ahead of you lights, vehicle lights with movement going through the front of it, and are kind of able to instinctively slow down the truck so you come to a idle. The scene that you see up ahead of you in the street is a vehicle that seems to be stopped. There's the kind of faint red light of a tail light, singular, but beyond it is the headlights of a vehicle that is currently stopped, and there is movement in front of you.
I have a feeling that singular headlight is a motorcycle of some, and tail light is a motorcycle of some sort.
Mhm.
Are we familiar whether or not the lieutenant or the group that we're meant to meet up with, are they generally moving around with a motorcycle? Is that a common thing in the British Army?
It is not common at all, no.
Okay. Can I say that as we're like approaching here, I'm looking not necessarily at these people around the lights, but around us, looking to see if there might be any like German troops hidden around, like off to the sides of the road or anything.
For sure. Go ahead and make me another intelligence perception, please.
And is the surroundings still structures and buildings, or are we in the countryside?
You're still in the burbs here at this point. The buildings around you are mostly kind of smaller houses, a post office. Kind of up ahead of you on the left is a pig farm, and a small park off to your right.
Okay. I got 1 success on that roll.
Okay. There doesn't appear to be anybody off to the sides of you, except for those pigs.
Okay. Looks like it's just them, boys.
I think we should approach with caution if we're not accustomed to seeing motorcycles in our army.
Are we? Now, do you propose we, Cuthbert? Do you propose we drive up, or is Private Jack West kind of a sneaky type?
I mean, I could maybe try to, make my way up there and see what they're doing. If that's what you want, Lance Corporal.
No. As a Lance Corporal, I like to make decisions by committee.
Welcome to leadership.
I'm welcome. I'm willing to drive up there. I just, I'm not the only one in the truck, so I don't want to drive you to your dooms.
I would imagine that my light Bren machine gun is in the back stowed, because I would imagine it does not fit in the front cab with me. So that's got to be in the back. So I am not going to be of much help if there's something messed up that happens. I don't know. You want to drive up? Bump game.
Let's give them the whole drive and wait.
Drive up, and then once you get real close, hit the headlights to, give them a little disorientation, maybe.
Run them down if I have to.
All right.
I have been.
Can I be ready up with my rifle above the cab or something?
Sure. Yeah. That's this vehicle is kind of got a covered back section to it.
Okay.
But
So all of us in the back are just
hanging out the
looking at
side?
each other, or can we see what's happening?
So it has the portion of it right where the top kind of goes down, and there's this rectangular window that lends its view through the cab, so all of you can see through, across the hood down the street ahead of you.
So we're like the Three Stooges in the back taking turns looking through a teeny tiny window. Okay.
Can
Exactly.
they hear us through the window, or can we
Yeah.
hear them?
I can hear you pretty well.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll knock on the window, so tell you guys what's going on.
Okay.
I'll look through the window and go, it's civilians. They just need some help.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put it back in gear then and start driving on down the road.
Okay. You fire the engine up once more and begin accelerating closer towards them. As you get closer, you can see the movement around this motorcycle as multiple individuals that are next to it begin to kind of position themselves facing you. And this is, to point out, a one-lane road. As the motorcycle is facing down this car, you can see now, as you're getting closer, there's 3 individuals on foot, as well as 2 individuals on the motorcycle, one on the driver's seat, one in the sidecar. And just through what you're seeing bandied in front of the light, there are rifles in their hands, as they kind of, all 3 of them line up to face you as you approach.
Well,
That's a German sidecar, if ever there was one.
yeah. Okay.
You're approaching quick. What do you do?
Well, I yell at them and I say, friendly. I say, Durham boys, friendly. And then if I don't get a good response, I'm gonna run them down.
Okay. The shout that comes back at you from the other end of these soldiers, as it's becoming more apparent with their rifles, is "Je comprends pas!"
Oh, cool.
That's great.
Excellent. Sweet.
Okay.
I'm
I'm assuming you're braking.
braking, yes.
Okay.
For the French.
As the brakes apply and the truck kind of comes to an idle once more, the handful of French soldiers that are here in front of you, very confusedly, kind of are gesturing at you. One of them, not in a helmet, but kind of this tall, cylindrical hat, makes his way over towards you in the driver's seat.
Okay. I say, whatever the British equivalent of howdy is.
Bonjour.
I can't think of anything. But I say hello and inquire if they need any help. I only speak English. Does anyone speak French?
Not I.
So
Do they gesture anything to me that is intelligible?
As he comes up to it, you can see that they've stopped a car with a civilian man inside of it. One of the soldiers is currently questioning that civilian. Another one is kind of got this individual's back as he walks up to you. And you, I'm assuming, have the window down, you said?
Yes.
As he walks up, he's kind of waving around a paper. Attendez, qu'est-ce que vous êtes en train de faire?
I hold my hand out for the paper and inquire as to whether or not I can take a look.
As you reach out for the paper, he kind of like retracts it back and like slaps your hand. No, no.
I say we just drive on it. Anyone want to hang out for these fools, or are we out of here?
I think we're out of here, man. I don't know. It looks like there's nothing that we're doing here.
Yeah. All right. You carry on then. Rude.
Kind of looks at you. You're confused. English.
Yes.
English. French. French. French.
Okay. Yeah.
You Germans.
Absolutely.
Germans sont traumatisés, voilà. The Germans, voilà, the big.
Is he pointing south?
Yeah, he's pointing further to the south.
Okay.
Le grand. Tu as compris?
Artillery?
Non, pas des artilleries. J'ai oublié le mot. And he kind of looks over to his friends. Qu'est-ce que le mot? Je peux dire. Le tank. There's a tank. Le tank, chemin.
Well, thanks for the heads up.
Is that a Sherman tank I heard?
It sounds like Sherman.
No. L'allemand.
The German tank. German, not Sherman.
C'est la même chose.
German.
C'est anglais. Comment est-ce que c'est toujours avec cet anglais? Oui. Ils ont voilà, le tank.
Yes. Merci.
Rien. Vous faites allez, attends. Attends, mes enfants, j'accordais. Mais les batteries sont prêtes pour nous. And as he kind of shouts at them, the motorcycle pulls off to the side, and the individual that's by the car kind of helps him drive it to the side and out of the path so you can continue.
Okay.
Fantastic. I take a glance at whoever they've detained. Does it look like anybody interesting or worth noting?
For sure. Go ahead and oops, didn't mean to delete that. Make me an intelligence perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
can I aid?
All
Let me
right.
know.
Well, this could also be an intelligence insight. Your choice.
Definitely perception, as I have no points in insight.
Okay.
I got 0 successes and 2 duds, so I am not pushing that.
Okay. That's all right. You will. You're looking out. I mean, it's dark. You can tell it's a male individual, but
That's as far as I got. That's
yeah,
fine.
it's late at night.
What kind of car was he pulled over in? That noteworthy.
If you want to run that one as let's see, let's call this can we split across? Could we do an intelligence operate?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
fine.
let's try that. See how much you know about the type of vehicle you got.
2 successes.
Okay, not bad.
So at this point, I would say the choices, of course, if I get an extra lucky strike, or if I get, I guess, extra information. And so that's kind of up to the player. So I'm just going to get an extra lucky strike. I think those are useful.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
The type that you're looking at here, with your 2 successes, you're gonna know that this is a citron. Just judging by the front, this kind of distinctive, almost cylindrical portion of the front with the high sloping wheel wells and the kind of gentle curved roof. The 2 big spotlights in the front. This is definitely a citron. Not by any stretch, the fanciest car. This is the 1930s French equivalent of a Toyota Corolla.
Okay, so it's not too noteworthy. Certainly not any top official or anything like that. So, all right, we can. I just noted that in passing, but I guess we drove on, right?
Yeah. You're driving on? I mean, if there's things you guys want to do, tell me.
As we go to drive away, I'll just be in the back, hopefully with like the curtain open for a moment. I'll just be like, cheers with the rest of my beer and just chug it.
You see one of the Frenchmen in the motorcycle kind of reach down and pull up a wine bottle as you drive off.
Hey!
Salud!
Salud!
Nice.
As he lowers it back down, sound of your truck picks up as you begin to pick up speed, pushing further south here.
Headlights on or off?
Say off.
Off.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get one more.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. Lights off. Just keep them off.
Yeah.
There's a tank.
Can I give him an extra helping die if I'm going to have my eyes on the road helping him out?
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be
Appreciate that.
9 dice, I think. While he rolls for that, I'm going to get myself another beer. I'll be 2 seconds.
Sounds
On
good.
the last roll in the dark, it was -1.
Correct.
It was 8 -1, and he gave me 1 to roll. Just call it 8 flat.
Yes, sir.
Success.
Okay.
I won.
That's all you need. As you navigate your way further down the D60, sort of this larger highway now that you're off of the little roads in the burb, passing over a river, the La Scarpe, as you've come to know. You link up with the rest of your unit, which you can see is currently assembled in a large set of fields, sort of near the outskirts of Arras right here. There's a lot of folks that are currently assembled as you're getting closer here, and it's definitively the we lost Carlos. He's gonna be right back. This is definitively a staging ground. You've definitely seen it, and you strongly have a oops, I'm a little bit late to this formation kind of feel as you pull up to see hundreds of infantry gathered. There's also about 20 tanks that are currently positioned here as well, in addition to all of the vehicles that you guys normally move up in.
Wow. Do we have the ability to spot where we belong relative to everyone else?
You know that you guys are infantry, and the infantry are kind of starting to form up in company-sized elements. Beyond that, it's going to be a matter of kind of asking around, like, you guys are Baker Company, so you're trying to find where the rest of the Baker boys are at the moment.
Okay. All right. So we pull up next to someone who looks relatively friendly and roll down the windows and ask.
He kind of nods to you as you get closer here. Hello, boys. Out late for a stroll, is it?
Yeah, it looks like it's late for all of us.
Yeah. I didn't want to sleep tonight anyway. Who you boys with?
We're with the Baker boys. Any idea where that might take us now?
Right, yeah. Baker's forming up down there by that big tree.
Thank you kindly.
You boys smell like you got something good back there.
I'm driving.
There's not much left. But you're right, it was good.
Bloody hell. All right. All right, you boys link up then. You got any of that to spare, though? You find your way over to Dog Company at some point.
Well, we'll do that for sure. So we drive on over to the tree and head on to see what the rest of the company's looking like.
Okay. As you traverse the short distance now through this large field, there's hundreds of infantry that are kind of gathered around here. All of the folks that are in the process of getting formed and situated are in the process of having discussions. They're not being extremely stealthy in this endeavor as they are kind of talking to one another. These are people you recognize as you're getting a little bit closer in the dark. The folks in here are Baker Company. And it doesn't take too much longer to find First Platoon, which you guys are situated with. Specifically, the individual that finds you before you found him is Corporal Dorian Townsend, who is your section leader. Immediately, as you guys get closer here, let me change your name back, Carlos, because...
I got it.
Okay, thank you. That threw me off so hard with Ty. And he left and came back. I was like, oh, man, what's this character? As you pull up immediately, Lance Corporal Davis and Lance Corporal Harris, Corporal Townsend, comes right to the both of you. You lads are late. Where have you been? Why has it taken you so long to get down here? Please tell me Sergeant Jones didn't find you, and you walked up, came to your senses, and made your way down here properly on your own time.
We got here, sir, as quick as we could. Ready for a fight.
Well, the ready for the fight part I like. Airmen locked and loaded. You've got all of your gear and supplies.
Yes, sir.
It's the real deal, boys. Going down into the thick of it.
How deep is have the enemy penetrated?
Jetties have pushed through thick. Kind of like looks down and slaps the chevrons in his arm. I'm a corporal, mate. Do you think they tell me that much?
There's got to be word. Everyone talks.
The lieutenant's about to pass down word when he comes back from this meeting with the bigwigs.
No, so we're early enough for that, I suppose.
Well, that's the main thing you needed to be early for.
We heard something about the tank.
Tank? Oh, yeah. That's what I've heard too. There's grumblings that the Jerrys pushed through with a bunch of tanks. Left their flanks exposed.
A bunch of tanks.
Aye. Seems kind of odd. I suppose that's where they've been hiding this whole time.
Carlos,
Sounds
we've
like
got
Mulberries
some
for
of
the
our
killing,
own.
boys.
What's that, Joey?
Said that sounds like more Jerry's for the killing.
I think we should make a habit or a hobby of avoiding tanks.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong with you, lad? Do you want to live forever?
Yes.
Noble goal. Let's see if you do. Lance Corporal Davis, you're awfully quiet. If you had too much to drink, then, lad.
No, sir. Just nervous.
Aye. I think all of us are to some extent. He kind of gets a little bit closer to you until he's, almost shoulder to shoulder. I know you've got big shoes to fill, lad. Don't let that get in your head. When you're out there, you give commands to your lads. Be in the moment. Don't live in the past. Your dad fought his war. Now it's time to fight yours. Let your sons and daughters be proud of what you've done. Right?
Aye, sir.
Right. Well, Sergeant Jones, I'm sure the lieutenant's not far behind. You boys get ready.
So,
All right, so we disembark off of the truck and start carrying our gear to towards Sergeant Jones. Is that what we should do?
I started double checking my gear, specifically the 3 large devices that I carry in my pack.
Searching through it, everything is exactly where it should be. All of your items that you guys have had with you are still there and in ship shape, ready for action.
All right. Make sure that Private Hayward's got all the ammo that he's supposed to be carrying, and he didn't have any dereliction of duty while drinking. And we get ready to move out. And we start, trying to, prick our ears up for any details about when the movement's going to start happening. If it'll be in the morning or come sunup or whatnot.
The ammo is all exactly where it should be with Private Hayward. He just kind of looks at you a little bit flustered. Come on, Cloth. You know I've always got to.
Yeah, I know. But you had a little bit to drink back there, and I know how you get when you get to drinking too. So
I've only had like 3 beers. You know I only get that way when I have the hard stuff.
yeah, everyone says 3 beers when they've had 5, and 2 beers when they've had 4.
Well, aren't you smart? Didn't you go to college or something?
No such thing.
Well, I'm not a uni man myself, but I'm pretty sure I've only had 5 or less.
Well, there you go. That's perfectly fine then.
As you're having that conversation, Lance Corporal Harris and Private West, the 2 of you are closest to the lieutenant as he comes back. Unlike most of the rest of you, he doesn't wear a helmet. He wears a beret, kind of showing off the cap emblem of the 6th Durham Light Infantry. This is also kind of a rebellious tactic. Within the unit, most people prefer to wear the peaked cap. The fact that he wears a beret is a little bit individualistic for the unit's tastes. But he's proven so far that he is one of those officers that actually cares about his troops. He kind of gathers your entire platoon around. All right, boys, gather around. Take a look at the map if you can. If you can't, rotate, let someone else who can't see it. Here's the situation. The Jerrys have punched through to the south of us. They've got themselves in a precarious situation, drastically overextending their reach, and we aim to take advantage of that. Now, we have it from good sources that this push westward is being led by none other than the good old General Rommel himself. We aim to cut behind him and encircle. That will be the primary role of our comrades in the 8th DLI. We in the 6th will be pushing to the east of him. From what our intelligence reports, we have ourselves an interesting situation. Our goal is going to be pushing down towards the village of Mercatel. It's to the south of Arras, and I tell you that it's dangerous for this main reason. That is one of the points where they've been stopping to refuel their trucks and their tanks. And not only is it guarded by those troops in that convoy, but also, according to our reports, from some SS boys. Now, we haven't seen them in action yet, but they have a reputation already in Belgium for being rather ruthless. You are all men, stalwart warriors, and good-hearted Durham boys. But I say this, if you find yourselves surrounded and out of ammo, and it's the SS boys about you, fight to your bloody end. The Jerrys of the army might take you, but the SS will not. Better to go home a hero, in my personal opinion. Regardless, we will be pushing through. 6th Battalion and Baker Company will be pushing more towards the left flank on our approach. That means it will be primarily up to us and our tanks that are supporting to take out any anti-tank weapons that they have in place. Do we all understand the mission?
Aye.
When we get to Mercatel, 1st platoon has been tasked with tanking it first. 2nd and 3rd platoons will be waiting in reserve. More specifically, 1st section, Corporal Townsend, Your boys will be the ones to make the initial push. Second, third, and fourth section will be on standby on the flanks, should they require support. You will also have with you one tank that we can allot one of the Matildas. Very tough, very beefy, very slow. So, these are the elements that you'll have supporting. We will move in and attempt to catch the Jerrys off guard. They think that all of our troops are much farther away. We should have a small element of surprise.
We arrive before dawn.
We'll be leaving at dawn, pushing our way south. Should be arriving there close to noon when we make our actual assault.
Nice, sir.
Few hours to go then.
I know it's
Daytime
not
assault.
much rest, yes. We will be pushing the daytime assault. We've already had 15 instances of blue on blue. Our boys have come across the French troops on accident, thinking they were Jerry's, and regardless, we aim to prevent that in any further circumstances. As such, we'll be pushing in first light.
Sounds like the wise approach. Would the cherries not see us coming a bit sooner than we'd like?
Oh, I'm sure that there's definitely the possibility that they will. We will have the city behind us at our backs to mask any dust kicked up, any smoke caused by the tanks as we move. That should give us a little bit of a screen. In addition, we can move through the buildings of the town until we reach the open areas. That should allow us a relatively concealed approach.
And the artillery is our main target, the anti-tank guns. So
Yes,
the infantry.
we are here to support our tanks.
Yeah.
Our tanks' main role is to engage the Jerry tanks, and our job is to support those tanks and protect them from anti-tank fire.
Is there any reconnaissance that tells us where the anti-tank guns are? They in structured towns or in open fields or forests and glens?
Unfortunately, Private, we don't know that yet. We'll be one of the ones to find that out.
Very well, we will do so.
Lance Corporals, questions? Lance Corporal Arras, you have the look of a question on your face. What's troubling you, son?
Can't say much. You say Harris or Davis?
Harris.
Oh no, I'm fine. Absolutely. Ready to go.
That's the Durham spirit. Lance Corporal Davis,
Sir,
questions?
no.
Short and to the point. Good man. Very well. You've got 6 hours to sleep. Take watch, rotate through it, make sure that your boys are rested. We push at 6 in the morning. Dismissed?
Dismissed. I write a little bit in my personal diary as I bunk down and forego to get some Z's and express my concern that this might be among some of the last entries that we'll be filling out on that diary.
The somber notes are scribbled into your recalogue.
Yeah.
I'd like to kind of, as we're getting ready to lay down, go sit up next to Lance Corporal Samuel Davis and just pull one of my chocolate bars out of my pack and split it in half and hand the other half to them. So you said you were nervous. Don't worry. We'll get those Jerry's. We'll be back home in time for tea.
Thanks, Jack. You still got this chocolate?
Oh, yeah, it's the Belgian stuff. Good.
I got through mine like within a day, I think.
Got to ration it out. But don't worry, we'll be fine.
I'm already sleepy.
Private Wolf is out. Anything anyone
Private
else
Rose.
is doing before? Sorry, go ahead.
Private Rose passed the fuck out.
Gotta get that rest while you can. Anything?
So, is it required for one of us to take a watch during the night, or is that our buddies could do that?
Your buddies could do that. You've got the entire battalion here.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of folks keeping eyes out. You're not going to sneak up on.
Mhm.
Lots of security.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As you guys rest through the night, it's slightly listless as you have the knowledge of a big push coming tomorrow morning and really your first taste of combat in this war. The stories that your fathers likely told you of the Great War kind of in the back of your minds. As the morning arrives and you find yourselves once more loaded up into these trucks and pushing your way further south down into Arras proper and through the suburbs, the edges of the town start to become more evident. The buildings become a little bit more sparse. You can tell as you round your way through it, passing the signs for Daneville, passing the signs for Ashikor, kind of turning southward down smaller roads towards Agni. You find yourselves approaching this slightly larger farm road that leads down towards Mercatel, this kind of small village south of Arras. And as the approach goes closer, the sounds of the battle kind of escalate to match. When you are getting down here and this morning light is kind of rising high, this warm summer morning is not too awful. Being English, you're kind of used to summers being still kind of muggy, so it's a little bit warmer than you're used to, but not unbearable. As you approach Mercatel, you see up ahead of you one of the tanks that's been sort of leading the push into the township itself, kind of come in and arc to the right following this road, when there is a very loud and the turret goes flying up in the air with the explosion. The column immediately comes to a halt and all of you begin to dismount. You can see the smoke and the flames rising from the wreckage of this tank, which at this point is probably not more than 100 meters away from you guys. There is still no sign of the individuals yet. You have seen somebody directly up ahead of you get engaged in combat. Further beyond that, you can see some other fiery wreckage as about 30 minutes ago, a plane went down in this area, taking out an entire building in the process that you can see a little bit more closely. Most of your eyes were probably fixed on that before this moment. As you instinctively get down and start disembarking, I will go ahead and share the map with you guys so you can have a better visual. All right.
Oh,
You
Cool.
guys see that map there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Awesome.
So I've got some of you, but I'm going to need to get your buddies here too. All right. So Lance Corporal Davis, who's your buddy?
Thomas Duff.
Duff. Where are you at, Duff? Here's Roe. Your buddy's Lindsay, right?
Smith.
Yes.
Or yeah, sorry, you said Row.
There's Hayward. There's Duff. All right. Duff is over here with Davis. Cuthbert, you've got Private Hayward. He's your loader.
Right.
West, who's your buddy?
Smith.
There we go. Private Smith.
Come on, Albie.
You know I hate it when you call me that.
You love it. Mhm.
All right. Private Rowe and Lindsay is your bud?
Mhm.
And I think
Yes.
only
Yes.
one left is Lance Corporal Harris.
Yeah, it's gonna be Max Stevens, Private Max Stevens.
You got it. There you go. There's the two of you. All of you are kind of quickly dismounted along this side here. If you can see over the tops of your heads, I do have like a little hit point tracker up here, or for your endurance.
Mhm.
Makes it a lot easier with more people for me to track than trying to write it all down on paper.
That is nifty.
That's
Wolf,
awesome.
you have four endurance points, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think I accidentally put you at 5, so disregard the yellowness. You're not injured, but I just programmed that wrong.
Okay.
Lance Corporal Davis, you have 5.
Mhm.
And Lance Corporal Harris, you should also have 5, yeah?
I can double check that for you. Let's see, endurance 5.
Okay. Does anybody else have 5? I think everyone else is 4.
Yeah, I'm at 4.
Okay. All right, if you see the grid squares, each grid square on this map represents a meter. But this is where all of you guys are. Let's take it to the first person view. You've got this Churchill tank with Corporal Townsend up on the top of it helping to direct. The lieutenant and most of the other boys are a little bit further off to your left. You've got Sergeant Jones with another section further on the far left. Off to your right is another segment, kind of taking up a position in these wheat fields on the exterior. The burning tank is right here in front of you, and the downed airplane slightly beyond that. So we're not into initiative counts just yet, but what would you guys like to do?
Corporal, what position should we take?
You say Corporal or Lance Corporal?
Sorry, Lance Corporal. My apologies.
Oh,
This
it's all
Lance
good.
Corporal?
I
What does
closest
Davis
one-
have to say?
Sorry, what was that? Were you
Lance
talking to me?
Corporal Davis, which way do we go? What position shall we take?
I say we flank over to the left of this building here. And looks like there's some sandbags over there. Maybe we see what we got going on over there from that viewpoint.
All right.
All right, so we heading up to these sandbags then?
Yeah, moving up to the sandbags. I'm gonna keep a close eye on any elevated positions, particularly that church in the distance, to see if I see any glint of indication that there may be any kind of German positions or snipers.
Oh, I thought the
Exactly.
sandbags went all the way to the building. Sorry.
So I
Kind
couldn't
of at
tell.
this crossroads
just-
here.
We could jump to that. It's fine. That's
Yeah,
good.
just
Mm-hmm.
I would just say sneak to that corner of the building and then work our way over behind the sandbags.
You
If the
got
coast is
it.
clear.
So if you're going to be sneaking here, let me get an agility infiltrate for whoever's going to be trying to move up discreetly.
All right.
I certainly can.
Oh man, I have all 3 dice.
So I got Private Wolf, you're moving up.
Yeah.
Hayward will help you so you can add a dice to it. And is that West and Smith also?
Yeah, I'll try and sneak up.
Okay.
I report 0 successes.
Ooh, okay.
I also
West-
tend to.
I got 1
Okay.
success. So Wolf, you failed, and then who's the? Is anybody else coming up with us?
I'd like to come up with the. Unfortunately, I failed.
Okay. So
We are
Harrison,
all spotted.
Harrison Stevens
Okay,
moving
never
up.
mind.
I can push my luck, couldn't I?
Roll
Yeah.
any once.
Yeah, if you rolled any ones, that'll give me a foo bar.
So, of the dice I rolled, and if any of them are a 1, and then I push my luck, you get a foo bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember you do cap at 2 foo bars.
Okay.
and
So I
and you
did
can
roll a
roll
1.
you can roll 3 or 4 ones.
what?
He still only gets 1 foo bar.
Actually, I didn't roll any ones. I would like to push my luck on the rest of my dice. If that's all right.
Yes, sir.
Try and
Burn
help
that
these
luck
guys
straight.
out with some extra successes. No more successes, and I rolled 1.
All right, so mark that you got a foo bar there.
Yep.
And what'd you get for Lance Corporal Harris?
So, just so I'm understanding correctly, when I I've rolled my initial roll,
Mhm.
no successes with 1-1.
Okay.
If I were to push my luck, I couldn't roll that 1. I could only roll 3 that hadn't been rolled, that were not successes but weren't abject failures. You're
Correct.
gonna get that foo bar, but if I don't do it, then our whole position can be discovered, right?
I listen. I'm not pushing my roll. I already had a 1, and we're gonna be spotted if there is somebody out there. There might not be anybody out there. He might just be, making us get worried and nervous.
Yeah. I think it's a little early in the game to be pushing luck, so I'm just gonna take the failure, but I'm gonna move up, I guess, detected.
Okay. As you guys are kind of running up, the adrenaline is pumping in this moment as you're moving up, and it's not the quietest movement that you like. A couple of you kind of bump into each other and stumble, and there's a skittering of rocks as you kind of scramble back to your feet and get over to this position. As you are running over that way, though.
Am I able to spot anything by any chance?
Yes, sir, you actually will be. A rifle shot rings out from the sandbags directly across from you as a German that's been hiding there pops his head up and fires a shot off. And I can use a foobar to do a reroll, right?
Yes, you can.
Thank you for giving me that foobar because I had no successes.
You're welcome.
Also no 1s. I'll reroll all of those and land a single success.
Oh.
All right, let's roll this. We'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to see what it goes to. So that is a 3. 1, 2, 3. This will come for you, Harris.
Oh, drats.
That's Corporal Harris. That's going to be a 6 plus 2 from his Car 98 rifle. An 8 on the damage table, I believe, is 2 points.
Yep.
All right, Lance Corporal Harris. You are down 2. And it is still only 1 condition, correct? Or is it 2?
No, it would actually be 2, and the first of which you can assign to whatever track you want, and then the second one he can put to whatever track he wants.
You got it. So I'm just to be kind of friendly on you. I'll automatically put that first condition you take into wounds. So it'll affect your strength. And the second one you can assign where you would like into any of the other categories, or if you want another one into wounds, that's fine too.
Let me weigh my options here.
Okay.
I am very empathetic. I might want to hold on to that. Calisthenics, close combat, heavy weapons, and stamina. Take a second wound.
Okay.
So
any
you've been
strength.
cut.
Yes.
Yeah.
That bullet kind of comes through and punctures into the top of your traps and goes out the back. And it is kind of gushing out some blood at the moment. Not yet fatal, but that stung pretty hard.
Yeah.
You also have found your first Jerry. So for initiative, rather than the card system that's suggested, I like to use a D10 so we can get more use out of that little dice than just damage. So let me get everybody to roll that D10, and if we have ties, we will re-roll ties.
Let me grab mine.
German has himself a 2.
I got a 2 as well.
Yep.
Okay,
I got a
so
7.
all right, so West with a 7, and then Wolf, you had a 2. Was that correct?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
Harris?
Oh, sorry, 10.
10, there we go, nice.
But shoot him right back.
Roe?
7.
7, okay, those will do a reroll. And Davis?
I got a 7.
7. All right, so West, Roe, and Davis. Can we get all 3 of y'all to roll another D10?
I got an 8.
2.
A 1.
1, okay. And then, let's see. Wolf, you and I will do a reroll for those 2s.
Ooh, 10.
There we go, and a 3 for the Germans. You got a 10.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to put you at a 9 just to make things a little bit easier here and not punish Harris for rolling that awesome 10. So the
Got it.
initiative order will go Harris with a 10, followed by Wolf, followed by Roe, followed by the Germans, followed by West, and then Davis and last. Now, this is a personal preference question. You guys let me know. Music-wise, for combat, do y'all like the high-intensity classical? Do you like pushy metal? Do you like chill lo-fi? Like, what's the vibe you guys prefer?
I don't know. I like the first one you said. That sounds pretty cool. But whatever anybody wants is fine.
Yeah, I like sort of like the sound like the epic sort of classical.
Okay.
Yeah, I concur. That works for me.
Let's
Sounds
find
good.
a sweet one here then. Dunkirk, you've been a fun soundtrack.
That's pretty cool.
Fellows appropriate because this battle that you guys are engaging in historically causes enough delay in the Germans to allow the British to consolidate and start getting beaches secured for Dunkirk.
Sweet.
So that is
I was
what you guys
thinking
are
about that.
doing from a historical perspective. You are buying time for all of the English troops in France. You
Yeah.
brave few. All right, top of the round. Harris, you are up with Wolf on deck.
Okay. So I'll take a look at my character sheet. I'm gonna shoot back at the Jerry.
Okay.
I have, let's see, here it is. So I have a agility of 4 with a range combat of 3 and a talent called submachine gunner, which is a +1 to die used for the submachine gun and range combat. So that is 4 + 3 + 1 is 8 dice.
Yes. However, he does have himself some cover here.
Okay.
I'm trying to find my cover chart. Sorry, one sec. Or Gabe, if you know what that would be with these kind of crates that he's got in place.
Yeah, wooden crates would. Actually, let me look it up. I have it right in front of me, and I could tell you right off the top that the crates are gonna be something
It could
akin.
be to like a light wooden wall or door.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what it would be.
What does it say
Light
for that
2?
one, Joe? Light
Yeah,
2.
light 2. That's right.
Okay.
With a 3 HP.
So if
Right.
you do hit him and you roll your damage, he will get to roll 2d6 to try and reduce that damage for each success by 1 point.
Right.
Okay. And there's different modes of fire available.
Yes. Should have.
Single shot, and rapid fire,
Rapid fire and burst.
burst, and full auto.
They're all going to blow different kinds of ammo, especially full auto. Full auto is really only good if you have a belt-fed machine gun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, one shot, one bullet should kill this guy. There's no need to go crazy right away.
Okay.
But if I was gonna roll, say rapid fire, how would that roll differently?
Rapid fire would give you an extra die, but it would expend 3 bullets.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my 8, and then he gets to roll 2 dice against my damage if I hit.
Correct.
With this
It's
cover?
to diminish the damage. That's right.
Alright. I'm gonna roll 8d6
You got
for
it.
1 success.
1 success will hit, so roll that d10. I'll roll his 2d6 to see how much he reduces. The bonus for...
Oops. D10's under the table. 1 sec.
Oops.
On the floor doesn't count, right?
And your damage is +2, so whatever you roll on the d10, add 2.
Certainly.
He has no successes from his cover.
That's a 9 + 2.
Ooh!
Okay, an 11.
Yeah, that's 3 points of damage, and that's up to you, GM.
Is that one of the criticals?
Yeah, that's a critical, and generally, if this is just a grunt, I always say just be descriptive about how he's KO'd, but it's up to you. That's if he had 5 wounds, then technically he's still alive, but oftentimes that'll just mean his morale is dropped, and he's just it's up to you how you want to handle it.
Okay, you've got this guy, this German who was feeling like he was pretty sneaky and clever, sitting here hiding, got the jump on you, but with that quick blast here, you have shattered this guy's jawbone as the bullet goes through and into the neck, as he kind of like doubles over and is gurgling. He's not dead just yet, but he is definitively out of this fight.
Okay.
Nice.
So that was, I believe, your slow action to fire?
Yes.
You still have a fast action.
Fast actions.
Generally movement.
Movement?
Generally speaking, yeah. I mean, you could reload, for instance, but I don't. Were you firing you weren't firing a single shot. That was from a semi-automatic.
Oh, correct. It is a semi-automatic, so it's not capable of single shot. Although my character sheet does include single shot.
Yeah, you can fire Thompson single shot.
Oh yeah, it was a Thompson. I didn't know which weapon he was firing, so you don't need to reload. You could just take a move action, go somewhere if you wanted to.
Can I take an Overwatch and wait to move with the rest of the squad?
The thing with Overwatch is that it saves your slow action.
Okay.
And since you've already shot, you've kind of taken your slow action at this point.
So I'm going to lead the charge up. Can I make it to where the German soldier was?
Let's see. That's going to be 20, right? For a fast action run?
Correct.
No way. Maybe.
Is it 20?
I think 10 is the fast and 20 is the slow, right?
10 is the fast, 20 is the slow.
Oh, it doesn't show right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 can get you. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Yeah, 10 could get you like right up to the side of this wall. Not quite all the way to the German, but close.
All right, I was gonna step on him, but I guess that's where we're headed next.
All right, so Lance Corporal Harris leading the charge, and since we're doing buddy style, your buddy is Stevens, right? What's Stevens gonna do?
Max Stevens. He doesn't have anyone to attack currently, so I think he'll just follow me.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll get him right up there next to you.
And
Now he does have a slow action if you want him to Overwatch.
I was just about to suggest that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like him to Overwatch with the I guess Overwatch with an attack. If anybody comes around the corner or anything like that, you can take a shot at him. Would that be possible?
Yeah, to give you a little better idea of your view here.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, there's one.
Yep, there's another Jerry right here. There's also some trucks and equipment further down this street. Likely the things that took out this tank next to you.
Okay. Can Max Stevens fire at this German here?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's behind a small concrete wall. What kind of cover bonus is that going to get him?
That would be, let's see, it would be a heavy 8, actually. So as a heavy, what that means is he will get the 8 dice. And if you happen to do a crit where you do 3 points of damage, you roll location. And if the location is behind the wall, unless you have an AP weapon, it's just going to completely be disregarded. But if you don't roll a crit, he does roll his 8 dice, and you might still inflict 1 or 2 points of damage.
All right, take that shot, sir.
Okay. So our buddies have SMLE rifles, 6 dice to attack. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So roll a 6-sided dot. Roll 66.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 successes.
There we go. So with that second success, you can either take a lucky strike, you can increase the damage by 1. There's a couple of other things I think you can do on that.
You can increase your initiative for the next round. So if you did different initiatives each round, which I think we're just going to stick to our present numbers.
Yeah.
So you can move down, make it to where you go first. But usually the lucky strike or the extra damage is the more strategic way to go.
I will take a lucky strike.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and roll that d10 for me and then add 2. And I
Yes,
will
sir.
roll his 8d6 to try and reduce this.
I rolled a 10.
Okay,
Hey.
so now what you have to do is roll location, because I would imagine if you that's a pretty low wall. If he rolls legs, then it's completely disregarded as the bullet bounces off the concrete wall there. If he rolls above that, then he does hit, and there is no armor roll because he's not covered by that wall.
Okay. Do you have the body chart? Like the body locations?
I think I have it memorized. I think it's a 10 is the head. I think I'll look it up just to be sure. Hold on.
Okay. I don't think that's in the quick start, okay?
Yeah, because the quick start doesn't feature these kind of
I didn't see it.
Advanced
That was
stuff.
unfamiliar to me.
yeah. There we go. On. Sorry about that. Looking this up. Where is that thing? Got just about everything except, here we go. 10 head, 6 through 9 torso, 4 through 5 arm, and 1 through 3 leg. So you want to go to 4 above.
Okay. I will roll my d10, my trusty d10. That's a 6.
All right, torso. That's right in the belly.
So there's no armor save on that.
Correct.
Crit is 3 points.
Yeah, it's 3 points, and I actually have the chart here for the torso. Do you want to roll a d10? And usually at this point, if it's a grunt, you get to add like 5 to the d10, and I'll tell you what happens technically.
Yeah, roll that d10 for us.
Roll the d10 again.
Yeah.
The crit tables.
Yeah.
Love them.
That's a 7.
7. All right. Well, a 7 plus. Okay, so 7 naturally is excruciating pain. You're reduced to 0 endurance and consumed by pain for 1d6 turns, et cetera, et cetera. But generally speaking, if it's an NPC and you just want them completely eliminated, you can add to that. And if we go all the way up to 10, the worst thing that can happen, shredded innards. The attack has devastated a vital organ and the character falls dead.
That round from your bud's SMLE is going to puncture that lung, and there's immediately this sucking sound as he begins slowly drowning in his own blood.
Excellent. And I give Max Stevens a big old pat on the back.
Buddies.
Excellent shot.
All right.
Wow. Durham boys.
Durham boys. 2 crits. 2 hits, 2 crits. Private Wolf, you're up. Private Row, you're after them.
All right, so I'm going to use my slow action to scope out the vicinity and see if, first of all, I'm gonna peer at that church. I'm paranoid of snipers. I've heard all kinds of stories, and on the far left there is a steeple, and I'm going to peer at that, see if I see anything glinting out of that, and otherwise I will go and turn my attention to those vehicles at the end of the road.
Okay. So would this be, you tell me here for the rules on this, is that going to be a slow action or a full action to try and do a perception check?
If it's involving a die roll like this and it's something that you're kind of concentrating on, I call that a slow action. Okay. And then that'll leave me a fast action to maybe position my machine gun in a spot that might be advantageous. So that's kind of what I hope to do.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I don't have a heck of a lot of perception, but I'll give it a go anyway. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn one of my lucky strikes for 2 additional dice so that my 4 dice becomes 6 dice.
Alrighty.
And I got 1 success. That's possibly because I pushed it. So, or not pushed it, but threw in 2 extra dice. 1 success. What might I spot?
You spot as you're looking up at this church tower that it is empty at the top.
Okay.
There's nobody over there. And shifting
Okay.
your view to the right,
Mhm.
down the street, you can see at the end of the street a very large flak 88 cannon that's being towed. But more closely than that, an anti-tank gun.
I
Likely
see.
what has helped puncture your friendly tank nearby.
Ooh, okay. So seeing the anti-tank gun, which is of course what we've been told to do, I am going to attempt to get to that corner up ahead. How many squares is that from where I'm standing? Can I reach that with my fast action? Just shy of that, maybe?
Yeah, 10 will get you right here into this square.
All right, well, tell you what, then I'm going to use a rule that's not in the quick start. I'll get to show you guys sprinting.
Ooh.
So sprinting is where you can add 2 meters for every success off a calisthenics roll.
Okay.
So I'm going to do my calisthenics roll of 7 dice because I'm a firefighter that loves to run, apparently.
Yeah.
And I got no successes. So I did no extra running. I will stop at that corner precisely where you marked it.
Sir.
Puffing and puffing.
Brins are heavy. There's no shame.
Yeah.
All right. And your buddy, Gareth
Yeah.
Hayward.
He's gonna come hauling along with that, and if there is any, actually he'll do his fast action there, and he'll hopefully maybe have a shot at what's ahead. It looks like there's a lot of shrubs and walls though in the way.
Yeah, I mean, from what
he's
you were able
not gonna be able to.
From what you were able to see, there's basically a glint of metal and a couple of moving helmets.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot of anything. So he's just gonna duck down there and then and stay in cover.
Okay. All right. That is going to be Private Wolf. Private Row, you are up. The Jerry's follow.
Private Row will use his
Sorry, you're back here.
What's the rough distance to the trees on the far right there?
That's going to be
Okay.
16 meters.
So I will use my slow action to maneuver my way over there.
Okay. Let's see, 16 got you right here. You still have another 4.
Okay, so I will. I'll try to take some cover into the trees there a little bit.
Okay.
And then for my fast action, I'll try to perceive what I can, potentially in the rubble of the structure on the other side of the tank there.
Alrighty, go ahead and make that perception check for me, sir.
Yeah. That will be 6 dice. Ooh. That is 2 successes and no ones.
Okay. Running up here, the thing that mostly struck you was, first of all, through the wreckage, you noticed that there is a soldier lying in wait within that rubble. Just from your position, you kind of caught a glimpse of that. Oh, there you are.
Nice.
All right. Good to know.
All right,
That's
and
nice.
for your buddy?
My buddy will take a slow action to catch up to me.
Okay.
And then I'll have him for his fast action take a quick aim.
Okay.
Nice. Like Carlos has played this game before.
We're gonna say, yeah, if you're able to
Just-
point that out for him, probably over here, so he'll have a line of sight.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So he's got his aim coming up.
Yep.
No shooting from the hip for this man. All right, Jerry's are up. West and Davis, you're on deck. The guys have heard you arrive. They don't necessarily have a good view of you yet, so they are just going to take cover in their current position. Within the town itself here, their NCO is going to move up, having heard those gunshots. He'll take a slow action to move all the way up to the edge here. I got him 19. And then he'll go one more right here. Our MG, which is lying in wait for you on this side, is going to stay put in case anyone starts flanking. Within the column itself, the people immediately, upon hearing your movement, are going to go about the process of getting this big old gun ready to rock.
Oh no.
And it's not a super quick process, but they're going to be moving over to it to start that process of manning it. I'd say he could probably get about there. I'm ballparking that. At the far ends of the column, the Panzers are going to go ahead and fire themselves up. They'll spend this round getting their engines turned on. The one in the front and one in the back. All of you will hear the of engines at the far side and see a lot of infantry running up to this 88. That'll be the Jerry's go. Wes, you're up. Davis, you're on deck.
Alrighty. So I'm assuming that as like these guys have seen all these other people, we're all sort of just like shouting out, you know, positions on everybody we've seen. I think myself and Private Smith are going to try to take a how far is it to the wall of the building up by Wolf and Harris up here?
Right there is going to be 15.
Okay. Yes, I guess that'd be a
Slow action.
action movement to get up there. And then I think I will take best action to probably just so going on Overwatch, that means if anybody like moves into where I can take a shot, I get to take one.
Only if you've saved your slow action for it.
Oh, okay, that's right. Then I think I'll just take a can I see the guy in the rubble on the right that was pointed out?
Let's see. Nope, he's kind of behind this column right here.
Okay. Then I think I will just take
Clarify, you
fast.
do have visual on some of the crew that are further down the street here.
Yeah. I guess I'll take an aim. Do I have to specify who I'm aiming at right now?
Gabe?
Does he have to specify who he's aiming at? Yes, he would have to, correct.
Okay.
Okay, and how far is it to the guys on the big gun way back there?
That's going to be outside of your short range, probably in your mid range.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
55, just a little outside.
Okay. All right. But if on my next turn I were able to use a little bit of movement to get closer, because I have a 50-meter range with my rifle.
That's your short
That
range.
aim would still count towards that next shot, right? Cool.
Correct.
Then I think I'm going to do that and probably just have my my buddy Smith here take a similar action. Come up with me.
You got it. You want him where he's got a view of the street or kind of taking cover behind you?
We'll say taking cover behind.
Okay. Smith is going to run up next to you. Out of sight, not out of mind. Lance Corporal Davis, you are up.
I'm gonna slow action and join Roe and his buddy in the trees.
Okay.
The right.
Moving the right flank. You got it. We could say you actually get a little bit further than that. So it's 19. All right. Over here in the tree line.
I'm gonna grab my binoculars and see if I see anybody out there.
You got it. So go ahead and make a perception check with your fast action. And then you can, let's say, full on binoculars. We'll add 2 to it.
So I have intel of 3, so I roll 3 d6s.
Plus 2.
So 2 more dice. Okay.
Yeah.
I got 2 1s.
That won't matter unless you push it.
No
Any
sixes?
6s?
Those 6s?
No, no 6s.
Yeah, between trees and the rubble, there's not a whole lot you can see from this position.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll just I can talk, right? For
Yeah.
free action? Can I just
Yeah.
say, Oi, Ro, you see anything out there?
That's you, Carlos.
What's up?
If
Oh.
you see anything out there,
I saw the dude that's standing in the whatchamacallit, in the rubble.
Okay. And then I'll just have my buddy join me.
Okay.
And tell him that.
Got it. Private Duff now tracking on rifleman through the rubble. All right. That'll be at the bottom of the initiative count, which is where we will do the tank's turn.
ooh,
The tank will be kind of split between all of you. So I'm going to give you guys in initiative order the position that you've got. So Harris, then Wolf, then Rowe, West, and Davis, because I like tanks. The first position here is going to be the commander, Sergeant Marion Kent. So Harris, what is Sergeant Kent giving the command to do here?
What commands are available to me? Move, attack. I don't know much about it. It operates just like a player character would, or
Sort of. You're in a vehicle here, so as the commander, it's your job to tell the other crew what you want them to do. You could tell the gunner, like, hey, I want you to aim to the right, and you'd make a command check and try and give him a bonus to his roll. You could tell your driver there's debris, and you had to make a hard right turn, give him a bonus to his operations check on the drive, or a little boost in his speed. Those are the kind of things as the commander, you tell the whole tank what you want them to do, and it's up to them to do it.
all right. I see our men are split. Well, I don't want to drive us right into an anti-tank weapon, do I? I say we flank around to the left. To the
All right.
left fork of the road. Is that... Let's get let's get up to that fork and then decide as to where we're going from there.
All right, so go ahead and make me a command check. The bonus for this command check, this will be 8 dice, looking for a success.
Okay. One success.
All right. So our driver, who is up next, that will be Wolf, as Corporal Joseph Dorian. You're going to be making a tech check for operations, which is
Okay.
going to be 6 dice.
plus is one success as he's guiding me in moving along.
Yes.
All right. Well, we got 2 successes on this one.
Alrighty.
So we're able to maneuver just where we want to go.
You are currently on the road, so your speed is, go for it here, 30 for on-road.
30, yeah.
All right. We'll take it from the front of the tank. 30 will get you right about here.
Yep.
You come booking it up the road.
Nice.
I say you still from here don't quite have view of the MG down the street.
Just
But
yet.
you are moving it. All right, up next row, you have the gunner.
All right. The gunner will hold his action till he sees someone and then open fire.
All right,
Full
gunner
auto.
on Overwatch. You got it. As the gunner, you do have the main cannon on this, as well as a. Yeah, you have the main cannon, and there is another machine gun for the hull gunner. So after you is going to be West as the loader.
All right.
Currently have a round chambered.
Yeah, I guess just get another one ready to load up as soon as he opens fire.
You got it. And Davis, you are the hull gunner, the machine gun that's kind of down in the front here. Or I guess these are both within the turret.
Up on top.
You said it's the gun in the front?
Yeah, you have the machine gun here on the turret.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just keep it steady, I guess, in the middle.
Okay. You can overwatch for it, and just as soon as the target becomes available, you can make that attack roll if you like.
Okay.
You got it. So, gunner and loader and hull gunner all on Overwatch for the next round. We take it back to the top of the initiative count with Lance Corporal Harris, Wolf and Row on deck.
Well, I know that anti-tank weapon is in front of us, right?
Mhm.
And as a slow action, I can move 10 feet forward or 10 meters forward.
Fast action is 10 meters. Slow
Right.
action is 20.
Yes. So I'm gonna take a fast action, move 10 meters.
Okay.
But that won't put me within 20 meters of them, will it?
Likely no. Let's see.
A long
Nope.
ways.
Yeah, there's still 30. Now you could still shoot. It's just you're gonna be at a -1 for
I got a whole bunch of dice though.
There you go. You're gonna need it because they've also got a lot of cover. You're
True.
trying to shoot through a hedge and a stone fence.
Well, would this be a time for
You might have a better shot. It might be a bit further, but one of these, the crew trying to get this Flak 88 set up. Not telling you how to live your life.
No. I was gonna try and use I'm so sorry to hold y'all up.
No, you're good, buddy.
Rapid fire gives me +1 die, and burst gives me +2. So can I do burst fire
Okay.
to add 2 dice for a total? So it's 8 to begin with,
Mhm.
and then -1 because it's outside of my regular range, right?
Right.
The 8 -1 is 7, plus an additional 2 for rapid fire or burst fire.
Back to
leaves
9.
me-
Right. And then it's up to the GM to decide, because the cover is going to mean that they have saves, but the GM can also inflict what's called obstruction penalties if he feels that the sight LOS to the target is sufficiently obstructed to where you can have a hard time targeting it, he could say, well, it's a -1 or -2 to obstruction, similar to if it was dark or something like that.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at it here,
Yeah,
you're basically
shooting into a hedge.
you're trying to get this guy's head.
Yeah, that's not happening. So I'm not going to shoot this turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just to clarify.
As much as I want to shoot, so could I have taken a low action to move 20 meters instead of my 10 meters and then take a quick action to aim?
Sure. So give you another 10. All right, got you right up here now. And who you aiming for?
Well, there's still just
That hedge is just blocking. You probably should just aim at one of the guys behind the truck or something.
Mhm.
yeah. I'll take a shot at that guy to the left of the truck there, or I'll aim for him.
All right, so you're aiming in on this fella here.
Yeah,
You got it. And your buddy?
he's falling up behind me.
All right.
Same actions, if I may.
Sure. Have him right up there on your 6, because your buddy's got your 6. Wolf, you are up. Ro, you're on deck.
All right, I'll take my quick action to get to the corner and have LOS to as many guys as I can see down the street to the 88. And I'm going to unload completely with a full automatic fire.
You're going to this one or to that one?
No. Down the street to where the 88 is to, if you can squeeze down to the vantage point of his LOS, I want to go out just to the corner. And I can't quite make it out, but it looks like I can see maybe 2 or 3 guys down there.
Oh yeah, you've got a pretty good view. I'd say from where you are, you'll be able to see all of these dudes.
Okay.
Although several of them are significantly covered.
Got it. Okay. So I'm going to shoot at that group, and I would imagine I'm just going to spray with the full auto. So the way it works with the full auto is I amass all of my dice and I say how many I'm going to target. And if I can see and try to target all 5 of them, if I somehow manage to get 5 6s, then each one gets hit. If I get 2 6s, then you allocate which ones got hit. Sometimes it could be done randomly or however you want to handle it. But
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do. It is going to blow all of my ammo, and obviously I'm going to have my loader come up behind me with the slow action and kind of load it up afterwards.
That's his job.
So I've got 5 core, 3 heavy weapons, 1 machine gunner, and my full auto bonus is 4 dice. So I have a whopping 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 dice.
All right,
13
unload.
dice. Here we
Okay.
go.
5 crewmen on the far side here.
Well, I've got 2 dice, 2 successes, and I have 4 duds. I don't think I'm going to, but you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Here's a use of a lucky strike, and I'm hoping that this is going to be useful. I'm going to burn a lucky strike, and I'm going to roll all of them, including the duds. And I'm picking up all but the 2 successes, and here we go. This time I've got 3. You do get a foobar. I rolled 2 grenades, so I will give myself a foobar, and you have a foobar to use on me. But 3 guys got tagged, so that is good.
Okay.
And you can determine which of those guys got tagged. As I said, it could be randomized or however you want to do it.
I'll do it by the guys that are most visible, which is going to be the fellow on the right, the guy on the left, and then the guy next to him.
Okay.
Second to left.
All right, so moving from left to right, my left to right, first guy, and I have a +2 to this modifier. I rolled an 8, so he takes 2. The second guy rolled an 8, so he takes 2, and the last guy rolled a 9, so he takes 2. So they all take 2 points of damage. On the fast track optional rules in the core book, when you have a lot of NPCs like this, it's up to the GM, but generally that just means these guys are going to auto fail a morale check, and they're just going to seek cover. They're still going to be active, but they'll have negative modifiers that you can track or not track. It's up to you. But generally, instead of having to roll for everybody's morale check, it's assumed they kind of duck and cover, and their next action they're not doing a heck of a lot.
You got it.
That's up to you.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're getting sprayed, peppered, and that's not fun. All right, and then your buddy is coming up here to reload. He's already right next to you, so that'll be his slow action to reload your gun.
Right. And that is a roll technically. So if he kind of fouls that up, that could be a problem. So let me. I guess you want to roll for him. I don't know what his stats are. So
you can roll for him. Just assume that he's got the same stats as you.
Okay.
Just
so
an easy way to do it.
That'll be also a heavy weapons, and it'll be 8 dice. So he rolls and fails. Wow, you failed me, man. So Hayward is fumbling with the ammo, and he is not able to reload my gun.
Okay.
5 beers, huh?
Yeah, 5 beers. Exactly right.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. All right. Rock solid. Ro, you're up. Jerry's on deck.
All right. Ro will take his fast action to aim, and then his slow action, he's gonna shoot at the dude.
You got it. Let's see where you at, Ro. Here you are. Okay, he is in all of this rubble. So
Do I even have line of sight of him from
that's
where
what
I'm at?
kinda-
I was
kinda
towards.
wondering. No, you saw him
towards-
as you're running up. Let's
Okay,
take a look
so
from your guys' view. Where's
I
no?
don't think so. All right, so I will, for my fast action, I will move to an angle where I can see him.
Okay. Let's see. Right about here will get you a good view.
All right, so I'll do that for my fast, and then I'll shoot for my slow.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good shot. Look at that.
Yeah. Right through the rubble.
Haha.
Let's see. This will probably be concrete rubble, but it's only obscuring half of his body. A heavy 6 makes sense.
Yeah, heavy 6, but again, if he does a crit, then you do roll location, and if he rolls a spot that's not covered, then he's hit without a cover roll.
Okay.
So correct me if I'm not wrong. 4 agility, 2 range combat. So 6 dice.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and then whatever the weapon affords you. Most of these rifles are +0, but
Yeah, I'm not that lucky, buddy.
okay.
Wow. Okay, apparently I am that lucky. 2 hits.
Okay. So do you want to take a lucky strike, or do you want to boost the damage by 1?
I will boost the damage by 1.
You got it. And go ahead and roll that D10, add 2, and 1 more to that.
Oh, that was horrible.
Oh,
That was horrible. You said add 2 and then 1 more.
yeah,
Yes.
3.
Wait, all of 4.
That's
Okay.
a whole 1.
All right, and he did have 1 success on the cover save. So that round shoots out and lands just an inch below his family jewelry into the concrete.
Lucky
Unable to-
bastard.
Unable to get him on this one, but you got him feared for his descendants' lives.
I bet.
And then Lindsay is your buddy, right?
Yeah, Lindsay's my buddy. My buddy did a quick aim last round, so this round he's gonna do his slow action of shoot first.
Okay.
So it is the same stats as me, but because of the quick aim, I think I get an additional die.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
7 this time. And 1 success.
Okay. Roll that
Roll
D10.
ones.
And add your +2 to that.
You don't want to know.
Another 1.
Yeah, another 1.
Hey, you have lucky. If you have a lucky strike, you can re-roll those D10s.
Yeah, I have a. No, I'm good. I'll hold off on that.
alright.
I know better.
One success.
So great.
I'll forget it.
Same.
This
Yeah.
another round impacts next to him. It's hard to shoot
Yep.
people in a lot of cover.
It is.
All right.
He'll use his quick action to move up a little bit
to a better angle as well. Just to stay within next to his buddy.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you could get all the way up to the edge of the tree line if you want.
Yeah, well, not to the edge. Just still want some cover, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
All
good.
right. 7 will get you right up here next to your bud, and with the tree to cover. All right. That is Rose go. Jerry's are up. Weston Davis on deck. All right, first things first, these guys have been taking fire and as a crew are going to take cover. That's their slow action, you said?
Yeah, they lose their slow action. They can only take a fast action. The three that were affected, and you can determine whether the rest of them are affected by their buddies, but generally speaking, it's at least the 3 that were hit.
You got it. So they will go ahead and start booking it out of the way. See you right here. He's gonna get back, find some cover by these big old trucks. This fella will do the same, as will this one.
Yeah, that officer looks like he's going to take charge.
He said, I'll do it live. Fun story, during this battle, Erwin Rommel personally takes charge of setting up an 88 line to stop the advance.
Oh, wow.
His personal assistant gets shot right in the face next to him as he's manning these guns.
Holy smokes.
As an idea of how close that came. So yeah, I'd say it is not out of line. If Rommel can do it, our Herr Leutnant can as well.
Wow.
And he is going to tell this to, don't you dare run. We are going to fight, and they are going to set up the 88.
Woo! And there she is.
Big gun. I'll move this one off the side of the map. And I think this is sized a little bit too big. One sec. Here we go. So with the cannon now deployed,
Oh, nuts.
they're going to take their turn to, this guy will aim it down the road. And the lieutenant will give him a command. Let's see if he can succeed on that.
Hey Gabe, how's that positioning doing for you, buddy?
That's pretty good. I was hoping to decommission this crew.
Hey, I mean, it's just 2 of them now. He does have a success. So with it loaded and placed here, they will get a +1 on their fire now on their next round.
All right.
But they're not able to shoot it just yet. These guys are not having any kind of view as you guys are moving up, but they're kind of safe where they are. Let's see. They've seen shots come from the woods, though. Private Lindsay is a prime target.
What
right.
No, don't do that.
Oh, stop, please.
Their NCO will get command. 1 success. A lot of ones other than that. He's going to tell that gunner, shoot at the trees, boy. Aber in Deutsch. Feuer das Waffen! The gunner will be shooting over there at Private Lindsay with a single success. I keep getting just 1 success. What is the blast going to be for a, what is this, a Pack 36? Yeah, I think that was a Pack 36.
It'll likely be 5 meters.
5. All right, Private Rowe. You're right next to Private Lindsay, who he saw.
Yep.
All right, you guys are just outside of it, Davis.
Oh.
But Lindsay and Rowe are going to be front and center. All right.
Oh, man. Did I have stats for the Pack 36?
They don't. I was just going to...
Just guess it off of the 88?
Yeah, I was... Well, I know it's a lot lighter than an 88.
Yeah. Just drop it down some.
Yeah, I figured that was probably closer to like a... is that a Class 3? Is that the one that's smaller than a Class 2?
Yeah.
Okay. class 3.
I mean, you could call it a class 4 if you like, if nobody minds.
Sure.
So everybody's aware, Gabe has this fantasy where he kills at least one of my RPG characters a year.
It's not a fantasy. It's pretty accurate most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually a reality.
I've been gaming with him for like 12 years. He's killed like 6 characters.
It's okay. Brian's killed my character twice.
Twice, yeah. And I got Heather once, I think. Just once.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, with that blast, we're going to say this is probably class 4. It's a pack 37. So it's going to be a +2 on the damage dice. That is a 2 +2.
That's 1 point.
So 1 point as this round bursts into trees above your heads.
And a guts check, of course.
Yes. All right. So Private Row, you can take that in wounds for the negative modifier, and please make me a guts check.
Are they in the same zone as I am?
I would say that the trees is its own zone.
I figured. I just wanted to check. I have a thing, but
Yeah, it's because they're over here in the trees. That's a zone, and then you guys kind of going down this corridor is a zone.
I
did
figured.
you
I
want-
just wanted to double check.
Where
Yeah, no worries.
did you want the what stat did you want affected?
Oh, wounds under strength,
Great.
and then yes, please a guts check.
Yeah, those are great. I love guts. Woohoo! Oh no. 2 1s and a 6.
6 is all you need.
Fine. That's all you need. Ones only
All right.
matter when you push it.
Oh great.
The both of yous are still standing sturdy. That AT round shot, that dude missed. He just hit trees. You're unlucky enough to get pinged by it. You are not booking it just yet. We'll apply your guts check for your buddy too, just for the ease of time. Because
Okay.
otherwise we'll be here all night.
Mhm.
All right, that's those Jerry's
Cool.
go.
You sure?
Dude
I
dude
rolled
over
so
here. He is going to return some fire. He's going to pop his round at Davis. Not a success among them. Do you have any food bars, Davis?
Nope.
All right. No rerolls. Shot is fired and flies out past you. That is his slow action. For his fast action, he is going to move and get out of the line of sight and take some cover. Skirmisher tactics. The German NCO hears the footsteps coming around the corner. And he is going to...
Oh.
He's just a little bit too far to peek over the top without doing something first. He'll do his fast action to move up to the wall here. And just kind of try and fire down on Harrison Stevens here. This will be a burst on an MP40. So let me double check where that is. Scrolling. Unless you know it offhand, Gabe.
It's either a 2 or a 3, but I'm not
Okay.
sure.
For whatever reason, my guide is just taking forever to load page by page. So
I feel like
I'm gonna
2 is probably appropriate. I feel like it's pretty similar to the Thompson, right?
it's got
Yeah, it's,
So-
it's pretty much a 2. Yeah, that's correct.
one single success. So that D10 will get applied to both of them, yes?
No, it would only be to one. If he's, I assume he was trying to shoot them both down with the spray.
Yeah.
If he'd have rolled a 2 6s, then each of them would get a D10, but otherwise it's one of them.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a D6 first. Odds, it's Lance Corporal Harris. Evens is Stevens.
That makes sense. I see
It
what
is.
you did there.
It's Lance Corporal Harris with a 1. So that damage will go to you. And that is an 8 on the dice.
Ooh.
Not great, huh?
Yeah, that's going to be a +2 with a 10 there. So that's gonna be a crit. That's not good.
All right.
So in the quick start, the crits are just ignored because we don't have the space or the rules for it. That's in the core book. So it's up to you, GM. You want to just make it 3 wounds and he's severely hurt and just leave it at that, or would you like the colorful and however deadly critical charts?
3's gonna knock him down to 0 on his endurance. So
right.
Yeah, let's see what that chart has in store for us.
Okay. All right. So then, what you want to do is you want to roll a d10 to see precisely where on the chart. First, the hit location, and then we'll see the appropriate chart.
The hit location is an 8.
Okay. So with a hit location of an 8, that
chest, right?
is a chest. That's correct.
Okay.
And then you roll a d10, and I'll look up the chart for you.
That is a 3 for the fun effects.
All right, so torso 3, heavy blow. You're knocked prone and stunned for 1 round. Now, if he's already down to 0, he's incapacitated as well. So as incapacitated, it's not just for 1 round. That's only if he'd have still had endurance points left.
Okay.
So he is knocked prone. He is incapacitated for the fight unless he receives any kind of medical aid. He would be done for this particular scene.
All right, so Lance Corporal Harris, as this German pops his head over the top and just blasts you with his MP40, the rounds impact into your chest and you fall to the ground bleeding in pain. Luckily, Private Stevens right behind you was shielded by your body like a true brave leader you are. That'll be his go. Over for the Germans, as we finish their round, sorry to take forever here. There's a lot of fun guys for you to kill. This tank is going to get active. His movement speed on the road is 40, because he's a speedy boy. He is going to come on up around this way.
Well, this is tank on tank coming up now.
Which, yes, Gunner, you've got a target.
Yep.
And you do, go ahead if you would like to make your attack roll on him. Gunner, that is 6 dice. His front armor here for this little guy is 5. And it has 5 points for his chassis, which is the tank version of hit points. So go ahead and roll those 6 and see if you can plink him.
I didn't get a single 6.
Oh, come on. You still have your lucky strike, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Did you roll any ones?
No, I didn't.
Oh, then don't use your lucky strike. Just push the roll.
I'll push the roll.
Come on.
I hate you, Gabe.
Just push it. It'll be fine.
No, it is fine. I didn't get any 1s, but I didn't get any 6s.
Oh,
Okay.
That happens.
Shot goes awry.
All right, the round shoots and just kind of not expecting a tank just yet.
Nope.
You're caught a little bit off guard in the rapid speed of it too. It shoots just a little bit wide. Loader, you've got 6 dice here on this heavy weapons check. See if you can get this bad boy reloaded in a quick order.
That's 2 successes.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So you can you get it successfully reloaded. You can give yourself a bonus to the next roll that you make of +1 if you'd like.
Or take a lucky strike.
Or take a lucky strike.
Yeah, I think I'll just take a lucky strike on this one.
You got it. Next round is chambered. The machine gun, I'm not going to do any damage against this guy, unfortunately, for the hull gunner.
Correct.
Okay. The other tank is going to start getting engaged as well. He's got a speed of 40. He's going to have to waste a lot of it going around this obstacle. So the tank going around the backside here as it's moving around, coming over here to engage you guys.
Oh Lord.
Unfortunately for him, he's got no real line of sight just yet, as you are all concealed from his position. That's his go, and that'll wrap up the Germans for now. Let's get back to the fun. West, you are up with Davis on deck.
Alrighty. So I'd taken an aim at the guys on the big gun in the back before. Tell me, can I make my way around just to like this next corner of the building here with a 10-meter fast movement?
Let's see. Yeah.
Perfect. Can I get right over there? And then I should still have line of sight on those guys by the big gun, right?
Yeah, let's see. I'd say if you're going to be at a penalty because your buds are there, unless you come over here.
Or yeah, can I maybe just sidle up along the right side on this wall here? Yeah. And then I should at least still have a little bit of cover.
Yeah.
And then I want to try and I should be within 50 meters of those guys, right?
Yeah, let's see. Whoops. Yep, you're within 50. So no range penalty.
Alrighty. I want to take a shot on the guy, man in the big gun.
You got it.
So it's going to be 7 die. Rolling on this one. Not a single success. But I think I'm going to use my lucky strike to re-roll with all my foobars too.
Okay.
With all the ones too.
I will take that foobar serve.
So I had rolled 2 1s on the initial roll, but
yeah, if he spends a lucky strike, he gets to re-roll those. If he gets additional ones, then you get the foobars for sure.
Okay. I did roll an additional 1 on the second roll, so you can get the foobar there. But I rolled 3 successes.
Okay. Do you want to take lucky strikes and increase your damage?
I think can I do 1 lucky strike and then one boost to the damage?
Yeah, if you had more, if you
had 3 successes,
yes, so you can do that combo, sure.
Okay. So roll that d10, add 2 from the rifle, and then 1 from that success, and give yourself a lucky strike.
Come on.
Oh no, that's a 2. Wait, you can use a lucky strike to reroll damage, right?
Yes, you could use that same lucky strike you got and reroll the d10.
Do it. That's 4, 6, 7 all day.
7?
Seven's
okay.
2 points. 7's 2 points, and it's going to make him duck down.
There we go.
Yeah, he won't be able to fire this turn.
All right. Is that a guts check on his part?
Yeah, it should be a guts check, and it would be actually at a -1 because he's got 2 points of damage, and then, so everything above 1 is a minus to the guts check.
Got it. Not a success.
So he's gonna look for cover on his activation.
Actually, I'm gonna use that foobar if I can that he just picked up to re-roll that.
Yep, absolutely.
And there's 2 successes.
Ah.
All right, but I will mark off that foobar burned. Thank you, Private West.
You're more than welcome.
All right, and your buddy.
So that guy that I just shot, he's taken cover now, right?
With his successes on that guts check, I think he.
Oh, he did. He's avoiding.
Yeah.
Cover. All right. Yeah. Can I have my buddy just come up and take a shot on the same guy? So try to knock this guy out.
Okay. Private Smith making his way up to you and firing at the same fellow.
Okay, and then he did the same thing as me, so I am rolling. All right. So that's 2 successes.
Alrighty, taking the lucky striker up in the damage.
Let's up the damage and get this guy
Okay.
going. D10. That's an 8.
+2,
Plus
10.
2 for the
He's out of here. He's
plus
out of
1
here.
for 11.
There we go. As your round impacts, he kind of stands up from the shot, leaving the perfect target for your buddies around to hit. And you, even from this distance and over the sound of the fighting, hear that distinctive as it goes right through the helmet and into his brain.
Nice.
Good shot.
I'm
Good
taken
shot.
out.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's my whole turn here.
You got it. And Lance Corporal Davis, last but never the least.
So the guy ducked out of sight. How far is the tank in front of me?
He is 15 meters.
Is it 20 to the yellow things?
You're talking this over here?
Yeah. Can I get behind those?
Yeah, like right there?
Uh-huh.
You got it. Running over here and oops, give you one more there. Getting right up to it, you are going to see that tank rolling up down the street to your right.
Okay. I'm like, oh shite. And then can I go kind
And
of
if you want, you can try and sprint and get you a couple extra meters on your run if you want.
okay, I'm gonna kind of go diagonal
Okay.
across that little round sculpture
What?
thing and then try to go against the building if I can.
So make a calisthenics check first, and then you will add the number of successes to the number of meters you can go.
2 meters per success.
Oh, 2 meters per success. I apologize.
Okay. So I have a 4 in strength, a 1 calisthenics, 5 dice, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I didn't get any 6s.
Okay. Trying to sprint it as far as you could get.
So you could still spend a quick your fast action and just do the 10 meters to where you wanted to go.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And you're trying to go back here or over here? Which way?
Yeah, like kind of like against the building. I don't know if that's
Oh, like right there?
yeah, just out of sight of the tank.
Yeah, let's see. That should be, yep, totally within it. We could go to the far side if you wanted even.
Okay.
By the way, do we have any anti-tank weaponry at all on our squad?
In your platoon, yes.
Apart from our tank, right now in this scenario.
Yes, 4th Squad does have an anti-tank rifle.
Okay,
Back in the reserves.
you got it.
I think the only other possible weaponry against something like that we have, I think Rose got some explosives, right?
Maybe Ro?
Yeah.
Carlos, do you have explosives?
Yeah, I have some boom.
Okay. And are we in like radio walkie-talkie communication with the other 2 squads, or are we just kind of yelling?
This is the Battle of Arras is in radio silence per the command from the generals.
Fair enough. We
So
might need to send word to the reserve. I don't know if that's something we should do, but that would be metagaming at this point. So I'll keep my mouth shut.
Okay, so Lance Corporal Davis, you've spotted this tank. Is there anything else you'd like to do? I mean, you could shout that back like, tank moving up the right.
Yeah, I'll just yell to the guys in the trees. Tank at my 4 o'clock coming up the road. And then I think Duff.
Yeah, Duff is your buddy.
Can I have him go like to the edge of the street and kind of peek?
Yeah, let's see. Probably like 10. I mean, could get you over here enough to see.
Okay.
Or are you trying to do a slow action?
Yeah, I'll do like the 20 feet and then just kind of.
See, 20, get him like right about here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Or
just have him.
are you trying to run more up the street?
I'll just say like as he's doing his 20 feet, he's kind of like taking a look before the road, to see if they spot him or whatever, and then just kind of join Davis.
Okay, taking that fast action to run the rest of the way. Easy enough to do. Will tabletop let you? That's more nuanced. All right, you guys are right there. You're friends. All right, at the end of your turn, we go to the tank. It is your go. Let's take our from the top. Harris, you are the commander.
As the commander, I basically aid anyone else in their action. I choose who gets the aid.
Yep, and you tell the whole tank crew what you want them to do, but if there's one specifically you're trying to help, like, hey, tank at 13 degrees, he's moving left. It's just like that.
I say advance and blast them.
Okay. Given that command, go ahead and make a command check for me, sir. That is going to be 8 dice looking for success.
Heard. 1 success.
Alrighty.
So you can give that to the driver, or you can give that to the gunner.
I'm gonna give it to the gunner.
Yeah.
Why, thank you.
Alrighty. That's Commander Driver. You're up next.
All right.
Heard
So
the command.
he said advance, so I'm advancing.
Okay.
Two successes. How about that?
Hey, there we go.
So I'm going to get my extra success, and I'm going to say I'm going to maneuver in such a way that the gunner has an easier shot from whatever vantage I've left him in. So that extra success will also go to the gunner.
All right, 2 extra dice for you. How far up do you want to move here?
Let's go full on. Let's go full on. Wait, hold on, not that full on.
See, I think your max is 30.
Let's go 25.
Okay. Yeah, on the road is 30 for your max, so let's get you 25 up.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're right up there, man. Commander said advanced, so we're advancing.
You can now see this machine gun crew that is rapidly shitting their pants.
Yes.
All right, Hull Gunner, you were holding your action from before. You do have a target now that you can hit if you'd like to fire off that round.
Oh, I think that's. Is that
Yeah,
me?
that's
That's
you.
you, Davis.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna blast away. That's 5.
Yeah, you've got 5 dice, and if you're doing burst or full auto.
I'll just go full auto.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so add 4 more to
Put it
that.
on.
So that's 9 dice total.
So this is the D10s, right? Or
No, this is D6s. Yeah, still looking for success.
6, 7, 8, 9. 10 dice?
9.
Oh, 9. I got 3 6s.
Oh,
Hey, there we go.
Ooh, there you go.
The
Well,
darkest success.
is that all 3? Is there a 3-man squad out back there?
Well, this is the hull mounted on the tank.
Oh! I thought she was shooting the machine gun crew. No, I'm saying
No.
her target.
Oh yes, yeah. Her target is a 2-man light machine gun crew.
Oh, okay. So then, if it's 2 men and she's got 3 hits, she can either do, D10 for each one, and she can add 1 point of extra damage on one of the guys, or take a lucky strike.
It's up to you, ma'am.
Okay. So that's 1d10 for each of them, and one of them has
Correct.
what? +1? Okay.
Yeah, and then the light machine gun has what, a +3 to it, damage wise?
Yes, let's see. +3 damage.
+3 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Unload on them.
So I rolled a 9 and a 3.
Okay,
Nice.
so the
One guy's
9,
done,
he's splattered, yeah.
and the 3 becomes a 6, which is 2 points of damage.
So the gunner gets absolutely murked as he's the main target here. And the loader next to him is now regretting a lot of choices. He's currently covered in his friend.
Oh no!
Jeez.
All right. Full gunner.
Wow.
That was that Overwatch complete. We go now to driver who has completed. Gunner, you are up, the round chambered, and a tank in your view.
Carlos, do it, man. You got 2 extra dice.
2 extra dice to the 5, I believe it was. So it's 7.
No, I think he's better than that.
You got 6.
6.
Yeah,
So it's
8.
8.
8 dice. Come on, man.
you got this.
Come on.
Front armor that you need to beat. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
1
One hit.
success. That's
Hey,
fine. That's all you need.
It's all you need. All right.
So what weapon is this? This is a class 2 gun? Or
yeah,
a class
this is going to be that
class 2?
class
It's
2.
AP8. Now, this is something that's not in the quick start. So AP8 means that it is 3 better than the front armor 5, so that the front armor is reduced by 3. So effectively, he's only going to be able to roll 2 dice for armor against this heavy penetrated weapon here. But Carlos has to roll damage anyway. D10, Carlos. What did you roll? Another 2. Oh, 2. And what's the modifier for the class 2 weapon?
It is +4.
Okay, so 6. It's 2 points to the chassis, and he can roll 2 dice to prevent them.
I did,
Right.
and neither was a success.
Okay, so 2 points to the chassis is not a crit, and his chassis is reduced. So he's got some dented, burnt up shell, but not stopped.
All right, you started putting a hurt on him. Loader, you are up. Go ahead and make me that heavy weapons check. See if you can get this round reloaded.
The 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Reloading. Yes, I got a success.
Okay, the next round is chambered.
Nice.
And Hole Gunner, it is back to you now. If you would like to try and finish off that. Wait, you did full auto, right? You're going to have to take your slow action to reload here.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't really know how they're fed in terms of ammo, because full auto just means that there's a whole lot of bullets that are expended. But if it's a belt, they usually come 250 rounds.
Yeah.
And they usually can last for maybe 3 or 4 rounds of shooting, because full auto will expend something like 30 or 40 rounds out of those 250.
Well, then you're good. You don't need to reload yet.
Good. Yeah.
But we'll say 3 more rounds of full auto and you will.
Right.
I don't think we'll be playing for 3 more rounds, because I know it is getting late. But yeah, if you'd like to go ahead and gun those boys down again, you're certainly welcome to. You've got 5 dice. No burgers or fries.
No 6s.
Okay. The loader is currently well camouflaged by his friends.
In blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I
That-
press my luck and roll
Yeah.
again? All
Sure.
of
Oh
them?
shit.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, nope.
Oh damn.
And you
Sorry.
rolled any ones?
Oh yeah, I got 1-1.
So that means he gets a foo bar.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. I would appreciate that. That'll take us back to the top of the round. Hope you guys are down for some more combat.
Yeah, I could probably push another round, maybe 2.
Okay.
But it's
I can do
going
another
it's
round.
going fun, man.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You guys are doing great.
Having a good time.
All right, top of the round. Lance Corporal Harris.
Is
You
dead.
are gonzos. But you're a Private Stevens now.
Okay. So, can Private Stevens do anything to help Harris, or is Harris just down for the count?
He's outies, man. He needs a medic's attention at this point.
Okay, well, I have to avenge my friend. So I'm gonna take a quick aim and a shot. Is that possible?
Yep.
Yeah, fast
It gives-
action for the quick aim +1.
Gives you an extra die.
That's 7 all day.
Yep, and this guy's got like knee-high cover from the
Right.
stone wall.
Right.
I roll 7d6.
Jesus.
For a total of 2 successes.
Nice.
Okay. There we go. Roll that. Would you like a lucky strike, or do you want add to the
Plus
damage?
Extra damage, please.
Okay.
So it's +3 to the D10 coming up.
Okay.
Mhm.
Roll a d10.
Yes, sir.
That's a 1.
Ah,
You have a lucky
Yep.
strike? Re-roll that D10?
I do have a lucky strike.
You could
There you
re-roll
go.
it.
Can't get any
It's a
worse.
hey!
Now you do have to roll location, and if you happen to roll legs, which is a 1 through 3, then that just bounces off the brick wall. That's the
All right.
benefit of
Nice.
cover.
Let's see what
So
happens.
roll a 4 or better.
A 7.
Yeah, so
You're good.
yeah, that's the chest, and that's going to be a crit, and I'll search that up for us. I got to go back to that document there. All right, so it was chest, and then roll a d10 for just precisely what transpired there in the chest.
Oops. That's an 8.
Internal bleeding, stunned for 1d3 rounds, bleeding out. Wound is so severe, medical aid test to stabilize you are at -2. So that guy is bleeding out, and seeing that there's nobody nearby, he is gonna die.
That's gonna be the end of him.
Nice.
Well
As-
done.
Your Lance Corporal died for you. You quickly take that rifle back up. As you fire that round, it connects straight through the windpipe. As the gurgling and suffocation begins to splatter out on the sidewalk, he falls down on the other side of the wall. No longer your problem.
Nice.
All right.
Excellent.
Now we will go to Wolf. Throw on deck.
All right, so I'm gonna, if I can, have my compatriot try to load me up again because he failed the last time. Is that okay?
Yeah, he goes after you. So if you
He
want to
goes
take,
after me, so then I'm not going to be able to do that. So
you can Overwatch till he loads you.
yes, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll Overwatch and then I'll have him load for me.
You
So
got
I'm
it.
rolling, and I did succeed with 3 successes. So I'm going to give myself 2 lucky strikes, which is my max, and I'll be ready to go with an Overwatch shot.
Alrighty. Go ahead and take that shot. So you've got one of the crew left, just the officer, who is behind a fair bit of cover here.
Okay. So we've got 8 dice plus, I'm going to go ahead and do that same complete 4 more dice. And then I have my machine gunner +1, so that's 5, and 8 is 13. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 dice. And what I have is just that officer.
Yes,
That
sir.
officer is going to go down, I hope. So this is all going for that officer. So I have 2 successes only. Amazing. All right. I'm going to, well, am I sharing my lucky strikes with my loader? Is that how you like it?
Yeah, I'll let you guys share it.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna re-roll the misses there, and I'm gonna try to definitely. Okay, so you get yourself another foo bar,
Okay.
and I did get a 3rd success, so I'm going to devote that to the D10 roll, and the D10 roll is gonna have +2, and then my weapon modifier is +2, so this is a +4 to this D10, and I got a 6 + 4 is a 10, and that is another crit.
Now, can I
Goodbye.
foobar on that?
You can foobar, and you can make a mishap for my gun so that my gun is jammed or something to that effect. You can
Okay.
also decide to re-roll my D10 as well. Yes, if that's what you meant.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like both of those options. And I've got 2 foo bars. How much does each cost me?
Each one is a 1, so you can.
Okay.
It depends on how bad you want to mess up my gun to where it needs a tech roll, for example, or if it's just that I need an extra round to fix whatever's going on. So if it's something minor, it's just 1. If it's something real big, it's 2 or even 3 if it blows up in my face.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll,
Your gun doesn't have the reliable feature, does it?
No, it does not, because reliable requires 2 foobar to do what you'd normally need 1 foobar to do. So yeah. So
Okay.
what would you like me to do with these foobars that you're trading in?
We're gonna
Blow it up.
we're gonna jam that bad boy.
All right, gun is jammed, and do you want me to re-roll my 6?
Yeah, yeah. I'd like you to reroll that, please.
All right, here we
Watching
go.
it a 10.
That's going to be even higher. That's the same 6. It's
Okay,
the same
yeah.
6.
God's plan.
So yeah. So then that means I hit roll location, and my location, it's his legs, which are obstructed by the wheels, I think, of that machinery there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to harmlessly ping off because I would imagine that has. I have no armor penetration on the Bren, and that's just going to bounce off.
All right, so the rounds fire down. We're going right for the
Man.
giblets. Find nothing but German steel.
Wow. You know what I didn't write? I didn't write a rule that says I can use a lucky strike to reroll body location. I don't think I've written that rule in there.
You should, yeah. Maybe you should if you got time.
I think
feeling
we
it's going to make its
discussed
way into the book now.
No, I think that did come up at one point in the
Did it?
playtest.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. I don't remember at all. I'm going to look it up in the book right now. It's a very important moment. Hold on, because I have a lucky strike left.
Hey.
Let me see here if I wrote that in there. Lucky strike, there's a list. The GM screen is going to have the full list of what you can do, which is nice and convenient. I
think
can't
the
wait to get
reason
my
you-
hands on that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think
Mhm.
I don't think it was included because of the whole call.
Oh, the
Called
called
shots.
shots, right? The called shots. That's another aspect that's not in the quick start. You can make called shots and then specifically say exactly where you want to hit. I am looking at it right now, and it says lucky strikes. My choices are reroll that, add 2 dice to your pool, reroll damage roll, change minor plot point, begin a fast action for reacting, gain a fast action for hitting the deck or taking cover, remove suppression, roll a die. Yep, nope, that's it. I can reroll a critical result on the actual damage, but nothing to say hit location. And I think Carlos is right. I think it was because we considered that, and it kind of ate into the aspect of called shots.
Hmm.
So
I'll say that you can just my personal GM homebrew shenanigans. I'll say that yes, you can re-roll it that body location on anything that's not a cold shot.
okay, there you go. That's an honest GM right there, and there it is. It's a 5, so that is indeed the torso again. Oh, it's an arm actually.
Ooh,
4
okay.
and 5 is the arms, and I think they're open, right?
Yes, sir.
So that was a crit on the arms, and let's determine exactly what happened to this poor chap's arms, because the arms are the least problematic. It's not as dramatic as some of the other ones, although a 10 would be really bad. Here is that's the head, torso, arm. Here we go, and the roll is a 5. So a nasty sprain, a joint has been badly sprained or twisted. They're stunned for a round, suffer -2 to any skill test involving the arm until they receive successful medical aid. So he does lose 3 stamina or endurance, I should say. And then at that point, he takes a guts check with a -2 modifier. And he's going to have all those negatives as well.
Got it. He has 1 success on that.
Okay.
So he's not running away just yet, but his arm takes a Bren bullet through the elbow.
Nice.
That is not going to be good for his hailing of comrades.
Or Nazi salutes.
That'll teach him. All right, so that is Private Wolf and Private Hayward.
Cool. Oh, that Bren machine gun is crazy, and now it's jammed.
Yeah. What's your loader doing here?
Oh, the loader. I thought I
he
loaded
had to
it
go
initially.
first.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because he
Yeah,
had
he-
failed the
he-
load on the first
he
turn.
went for yeah. I went first with him and
that's
left
right.
my action as an Overwatch. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
totally right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go now to Roe.
All right, Row will have heard Davis's mention of the incoming tank, and will. What's the rough distance to the wall along the road?
This wall
No.
or this wall?
Yeah, that wall. That so that's
Yeah.
20. Okay. Okay. I will. God, I don't remember. Gabe, is that an action to? Is that a fast action I could do to stealth behind the wall?
You can do a move. You can do a quick action to move another 10 meters, and if you want to have that involve you hiding, then it would be a stealth roll or an infiltrate roll.
All right. I'll do a no. I need the full 20, so I'll do a slow action to get up there, and I'll try to do it stealthily.
Alrighty, so go ahead and make me an infiltrate roll, please.
Because I'm so good at that. Oh. There's a 1, but there's a 6.
Okay,
Alright.
success is all you need.
Crawled your way up.
Discreetly boogie your way, kind of keeping low in this very ducked sprint, getting up to this little wall here.
All right.
Your fast action?
My fast action will be to start trying to ready one of the bombs.
Nice.
Okay. All right, so getting your explosives out and on standby. They are
Yep.
in your hand. The sapper on deck. And Private Lindsay, what's he up to?
Lindsay's gonna go to the corner of the shrub and keep an eye out, and be the guy that's gonna potentially call out when the tank's about to pop around the corner for me.
Nice.
Alrighty. So he's on standby there with his eyes around the corner, getting ready to let you know when to make that charge.
That's all.
Speaking of, Germans are up. I'll try and be quick with this because I know it's already 11:50 or 12:50 for you guys on the East Coast. This tank around the side has a movement speed on the road of 40, I believe. Yep, 40 on the road.
Jesus.
He'll be right next to you in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
so
no,
that's 10 to get
Here
here.
comes the NASCAR, guys.
And he's got another 30, which will get him.
Right next to you.
Right
Jesus Christ.
Surprise!
That thing just drives up all. All right, it's
Oh,
like he
what-
owns the place. That's fine.
Whoops. What did I do?
Whoopsie.
There we go. It's at the front. I'm in first person. No wonder I'm like, oh, the camera's going crazy. There we go.
Crazy German tank.
That's his butt. There's the front. And he
There you
doesn't
go.
see you because he's rolling up. And you got a good success on that stealth. But he is going to see Private Wolf over there.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And
Me.
yeah.
Or
Oh,
Wolf's gonna have some cover.
more importantly than Wolf.
Burning tank in front of me.
Yeah, there's a bit of cover on you, but there's not a whole lot of cover over here for Lance Mason. So he's going to go ahead and spray his rounds over at your auxiliaries.
Oh,
That
you mean
makes-
the guy? You mean the guys that could have been doing something?
Right.
You've also got your demolitions, the lieutenant, and your
Wait,
radio
you
guy.
have demolitions over there?
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Oh god. Hope this guy doesn't crit hit the explosives.
They're all dead.
All right, so he's gonna go with a full auto. It's gonna be a +6. Let's see if he can land that. It's a lot of D6s.
Yeah, 3 crits later, and all of a sudden there's a freaking crater over there.
All this guy has actually on a Panzer I is 2 machine guns.
Right.
So machine gun 1 is a 2 successes, and machine gun 2 whole lot of 5s, not a single 1. Okay, I'm just seeing not a single 6. Sorry, so 2 successes coming over here for Lance Corporal Mason. The damage on that bad boy. This will be 2d10 rolls.
It would be a D10
just-
plus 1, or
Okay.
plus 1 to the normal damage, which is a 4 as I see there. So it'll be a +5.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
All right, that's a 5 on the dice. Bump that to a 10.
He's done.
Yeah. So the machine gun rounds spraying down right next to your headquarters element as Lance Corporal Mason from Charlie section, or the Charlie leader, gets splattered into the tree line. But there's a tank right there, juicy target, and he hasn't seen you. His go is expended. This little tank has a corporal standing on the top that he's going to go ahead and fire off his rounds for. But he's got half cover at least from being behind the turret there.
Yep.
That will be 2 successes on machine gun 1. And 4 successes machine gun 2.
Wow.
So a total of 6 successes. So he'll do the hit +5.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could do them either one or you can do 2 separate, since they are technically 2 separate guns. But are they dual? They're like fired by one guy?
Yeah, the gunner on this tank, it
Yeah, it's got
mans
both.
both machine guns.
That's what I thought, just to be sure. But yeah, so you could do 1d10 and add the modifiers as you wish.
For sure. So the first one had 2 successes. We'll just bump that by 1. So it's already a +4, so it'll be a +5. That's a 6, so that bumps to an 11.
That's a crit, and if you roll 1 through 3, that's bounces off the armor, because his
4.
legs are covered. So 4 is going to be his arms, and he's probably toast at that point.
Oh yeah, especially with the next one coming in. Let me just roll that one too. That's also, well, that's going to be 4, and he had 4 successes on this, so we'll bump it by 3. So it's going to be +7,
Ouch.
and it's a 7 on the D10, so 14.
Yeah, that's
It's gonna-
4 points of damage. So
Hey, we all pardon me just a second. I'm gonna step out.
Okay.
Thank you.
he's obliterated.
Corporal Townsend.
Hey.
Encouraging speech on the way.
No, that's right. Corporal Townsend. We remember that guy.
Yep. He is kaput. And the tank will then take some movement.
Where are you now?
Try and get out of dodge here. We'll go. Let's see, 10 here. And then, let's see, 15 to get him over here. That's going to be 25. Yeah. He wants to get away from you. So that was here. And another 5, we'll call it here. 30. And then he'll use the rest to just pivot and face up the road as he is trying to book it away.
Oh goodness.
That's perfect.
see.
So, side armor, even better.
Yes. pretty sure that he's doing a fantastic job, not realizing he's blocking the 88th shot now. Yep, that's the panic. Okay. That
It's
is
okay, they
his
weren't
go.
firing anyway.
Yep, your shot is blocked, and so is yours. The lieutenant is going to yell at his troops to get them back on those guns. He can't do this himself. That command check is 1, 2, 3 successes.
Wow.
So his boys will run back to the gun. Yeah, to get you right about there. So measure that. Yeah, you're good. So they're taking their fast action to run over to it. And to actually fire an artillery piece, that's going to be a slow action, yes?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think I wrote the stats for that flag.
Let me see if I find it for you.
Okay.
The flak is. It's going to be up here. Almost. Give me a second here. And here is the charts on that. And it looks like the 88 is, I thought it was here. Here it is. So it's no bonus, and it's going to be basically +6 to damage, and it's a blast 10 meters.
Okay. So on his roll to fire it, the fellow's got no successes. So that round that's shooting right for you, Private Smith, sails right overhead.
So there's a real interesting and kind of real simplistic, maybe overly simplistic, but we like some things real fast and furious. So when there is a weapon like a grenade or artillery that has a blast radius and it misses, the person who's firing rolls a d6. On a 1, if there is friendlies that can potentially have been affected poorly, they are affected. If you roll a 6, if there's an enemy that can be affected in the vicinity, then they are affected. On a 2 through 5, nothing happens.
Okay, let's see, because there is a friendly in this street, blocking the view significantly. So
Not a 6.
if it's a 6, it hits you. It's a 1, it hits his bud. 2, 3, 4, 5, it goes flying overhead. Judges say it's a 1.
Oh man.
No one's getting court-martialed today. All right. That is going to be an 88 round right up the tailpipe of this Panzer.
Right up the exhaust pipe.
Oh man, that's phenomenal. So the Panzer's rear armor is a 3. Oh man, and this is AP 12, so they have no armor basically.
Yeah.
And at that point, then you roll the D10 and add the what was it that I said it was a plus what? I'll look it up.
I think you said +6.
I think I did say +6.
Yeah.
It is indeed a +6.
So a 3 on the dice, +6.
That's
Puts
a
it at
9. Man, that's only still 2 points. It's nothing. So that's still just, he's got dented. Somehow it just bounced off somewhere.
Oh,
It's smoking.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, these guys are hurt. Oh, let's have them make a guts check. Because they just took a heavy round from behind. They thought that they had friends back there. And no successes on their guts check.
Oh,
We might need to
yeah.
get out of the. It might be abandoning
Yeah,
ship.
I might have to
Abandon
find
the
some
vehicle.
Panzer crew to represent those guys getting scared out of Dodge. All right, I think we'll call that good for the Germans. We'll finish up this round. Next up is West, then Davis, and the tank, and then we'll probably call it a night there.
Okay. And then so without armor piercing or like explosive capability, I got like no hopes really against a tank, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
not really. Yeah, it's not going to work. I mean, you have to have
Makes
some sort of
sense.
some AP going on.
Yeah, definitely. In that
do have a-
case,
Sorry, I was gonna say you do have a crew that's over here by this gun again.
yes, that's what I was gonna say. So for called shots, does that give any sort of like bonus to like the damage or anything? Or is
So-
that like
A called shot the purpose of the called shot is to specify what body location on a human or what armor location on a tank you want to aim at. And the benefit there is that you're trying to pick a spot most of the time that is not behind cover to ensure that you hit that location. So just as an example, if you're a sniper and the guy you're trying to hit is just got his head above a window and the rest of his body, there's no way you can take him out. That would be a called shot that you'd want to do. So it specifies the head. Same as
Okay.
if a tank was behind, a concrete wall and all you can see is the turret. You want to make sure to called shot the turret. Other than that, there's not that many advantages to a called shot because it is a -5 dice.
right? Okay. So I think what I would like to do is, can I take a fast action aim? And I think I'm gonna take. Ah man, it's -5 for a called shot.
Yeah. You can aim, and that kind of takes away some of the -5.
Yeah.
So it's a +1, -5 is only -4, but that's up to you.
Right. Okay.
And interestingly, not that we have as many turns because we're going to call it a night, but you could do a slow aim, which is +2, and then wait for your next turn, have a
To do a
fast
fast
aim, which is
aim.
+3.
So you only have a -2 on a call.
Correct. That's that
Yeah.
sniper thing I wanted to try to do where it's a slow sniper shot.
Right. Okay.
I like that.
I think instead I'm just gonna do a fast action aim and just take a shot not called at the officer.
Alrighty.
Okay, so that's gonna be 7.
Yeah, he's pretty exposed anyway.
Oh
Yeah,
my
this would be
goodness.
your view here. I mean, he's really only got a little bit of cover by his shins.
Absolutely 0 6s, and I used my last lucky strike there.
You can push it and get a foo bar if you had ones. You can always push it.
Yeah, I'll push it. You will get a foo bar on me.
It's your last chance. I mean,
Success.
hey.
This guy's
There we
already
go.
taken 3 to the arm, so
Yeah.
he might not have much left.
His arm is dangling currently.
So it's just the one success, but I get 7 on the damage die.
That's 2 more.
He is hurt. Barely hanging on there.
Morale check, guts check.
Yeah, and he's at -4 because he was
Yeah.
at 5. So he's
So-
taking 4 damage.
Yeah, I mean, if he's a character like a hardcore leader, then you decide where those modifiers go in terms of their damage tracks, kind of like a character, a full-on character.
Right.
And if you've decided that he's taken hits to his morale, then he'd have minuses to these to this roll. As it is, the 2 damage causes a -1 automatically.
Okay. He maintains 2 successes.
Wow, man, this guy's crazy.
He's got the good rolls, man.
This guy's a nut.
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
I don't even know what to say to
Because-
that.
I would like to have Smith come up and try and line up the killing blow on old German commander here.
You got it.
Sie Kommandant.
Yes.
See if you can take out Herr Leutnant here.
Yeah. All right. Same shot. Gonna fast action aim. My
Dude's a
+1.
walking dead. He just won't die.
Yeah.
That's 1 success.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Now go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Nice. 10 on the damage.
That's
That's
a crit
crit.
right there. Yeah.
All right, that'll be enough. How do you want to do this?
I think come up, West comes up, pops him like maybe like right in the shoulder to like kind of pull him out from behind the cover a little bit as Albie gets one like right through the eye, and you can just see like the cap fly off a little bit.
Straight ticket to Hades as the lead is presented to the skull cavity. The round impacts, the head whips back, and the hat is sent flying up in the air like a celebratory graduate.
Woo!
Beautiful.
The lieutenant is down.
And that would call a guts check to the guys within sight of that as
Yeah,
well.
I would
That's
think
a good
so.
call.
Yeah, they just saw their commander go down.
Yeah,
That was
yeah. That's
kind of what I
definitely-
was thinking.
Definitely in the rules.
Yep, let's do it. Let's see if they're sticking around for that. And no successes. So they are going to be booking it on their turn.
Nice.
They are not happy about that. That is going to be Private West's turn. Lance Corporal Davis, you are up. Let's see, where'd you go? Oh, yes, sorry, up here. Got a great view of that anti-tank gun now.
Yeah, you
Is
do.
that tank on the left side? Is that coming towards us or down?
This guy?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he
Oh.
just came down this alley and then is starting to turn down this road now.
If I look to my right through that like little window, do I see an option? Like, can I see the tank through there? On the other road?
Oh, this tank behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are you're in a tight pickle.
You're sandwiched between two Panzers.
I was gonna try to like.
Rock me hard place.
So are there a bunch of windows on the right hand wall?
Yeah, through this destroyed
Oh.
building.
Yeah, okay.
You got to understand too, though, that tanks have a pretty limited field of vision. I mean, your gunner is looking through a periscope, and your driver is looking through a sandwich worth of
okay.
view.
I'm just gonna say, oh shite, Duff. There's a dude coming up on our left here, and so I'm gonna jump through that like open window and then just decide to run against the right hand wall and go up.
Okay. Is a slow action or fast action? A slow will get you at least, or sorry, a fast will get you at least here. Remember, you do have the Jerry that's hiding back on this side too.
Yeah, I'll just do the 20 and the 10 feet and just kind of, I think I could maybe go as far as I can against that wall.
Okay. Yeah, you could get right up flush if you want.
Okay.
All right, you want to try and be behind this column here? Because I mean, you can kind of see this guy's legs as you're coming up to it.
Oh. Okay, I was thinking that other wall, but yeah, I'll do this.
Oh, sorry, if you wanted to.
No, that's cool. Was that 20 feet then?
Yeah, that was 20
Oh,
to get
okay.
you here.
So I can shoot him also?
Well, that was your slow action to do the
Okay.
full 20.
Mhm.
So I can aim as a
Yeah, you could do an aim for your fast action.
Okay,
Give you a +1 next round.
okay. I'll do that.
And for your buddy, Private Duff.
Yeah, I'll just have him run up towards just against this wall on the right, on the inside of it.
Okay. Let's see. 10 feet will get him here. Is he doing fast action or slow for his run?
That'll
'Cause
be
that's a fast action right here. You could take some shots at the anti-tank gun, which is your mission, if you want.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, I'm not telling you how to live your life. If you wanna keep moving him up and get in a better position and try and like capture those dudes, I mean that's possible too.
No, yeah, I'll try to shoot at those guys.
Okay. Probably the dude standing up is gonna be your best target. So go ahead and make that attack roll for your buddy.
I think a plus or 6 die.
Yeah.
Six of the. So he has the Thompson too, right? So.
No, he just has a regular old rifle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
just
66.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You just need 1 success for hit.
I got 1-6.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's roll body position first because he does have that partial cover.
Well,
So
it's
just-
the D10 because if he doesn't roll a crit, then he just gets armor cover save.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's the body rolls are only done on crits.
Okay.
Or called shots, which is not a body roll. That you just automatically get the body. So.
Mhm.
We just have so many crits. I'm just used to it now. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
every-
yeah. It might be
right.
another crit. So she gets the roll and add 2, Heather.
Mhm.
The
A D10.
10?
D10.
Okay. Oops. 1d10 plus 2.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
So I got a 3. So 5
Total. Okay, 5 total.
So that's only 1 point of damage, and he does get his sandbag save, I guess. So what is that like? That looks like a wall of sandbags. So maybe 3
Yeah.
dice or 4 dice. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking 3. I have you
Okay.
3. 1 success.
Okay, so it's hits the sandbag.
All right. The shot comes and just lands right on that sandbag before it can hit him, sand peppering him in the face. He is acutely aware that he is being targeted now. And that completes
Indeed.
Davis's turn. I'm sorry?
Nothing.
Okay. Let's go to the tank here. Thank you very much. You guys
This is-
started putting a hurt on the little guy. Commander, you're up first. Commander is Harris. Which is Ty.
Yes. Commander Harris is dead. Max Stevens is alive. Oh, sorry, we're with the
We're in
tank.
the tank.
In the
Yeah.
tank,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry. There's just
Sergeant Kent.
yes. So can I look directly ahead of me at that Panzer? Is it still standing?
Yeah, that Panzer that you were putting the hurt on went boogieing down this corner.
And now he has side armor facing us.
Okay, yeah, let's go around that corner and flank him.
All right, so go ahead and roll those 8 dice for that command check.
Yes, sir.
I totally just realized the music stopped.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Whoa!
Oh!
There we go. All right, who do you want to distribute those to? You got your driver and your gunner, your loader.
Everyone gets a success. Is that
Okay.
possible? I got 4 of them.
Sure.
All right.
All right,
Excellent.
everybody else has an extra dice to roll.
So how much
So-
does the driver
Alright.
go? I think I'm next with the driver. So
Yes,
that
6.
is Private Jones, 6 dice, and an extra one for that extra success, right?
Yes.
I've got 1 success,
There
so
we
he
go.
gets it in there.
Got that speed of 30.
Yeah.
Your 10 will get you here. How much closer you want to get?
Yeah, that's fine. That should be fine. That's a good spot.
You got it. Come right up around this corner. Perfect
Yeah.
view of this, by comparison, much smaller tank.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alrighty, and with your positioning, you've got the driver set up here. So, I'm sorry, the gunner. Go ahead. You've got 6 dice, plus 1 from
plus
your
1,
commander.
so 7.
Yes, sir.
1 success.
Hey, we got that hit. Let's go ahead and roll that D10, sir, for the damage.
D10 and
Eight.
F4, so that's 12. That is 3 points of damage and a crit. Ooh, we can look at the vehicle crit chart.
Hey,
Bandera. You typed in River Ranch Drive. You need River Ranch Road.
That's pretty good. Let's see.
How far out are you?
All right, so for the locations of the vehicle, Carlos, roll a D10.
8.
8 is the locomotion, so that's going to be down in the tracks. And roll a D10
Nice.
with the crit itself.
8.
8. All right, an 8. The vehicle is badly savaged by the attack. Gears grind and the machinery doesn't respond to the driver any longer. The vehicle, hold on. Man, I hate not having a mouse. The vehicle is immobilized. If the vehicle suffers another locomotion critical, it's automatically out of the fight completely. So the tracks are blown, and the vehicle's lost 3 more chassis. So he's now got a total of 7 chassis lost. And I don't quite remember how many he started with.
he started with 5.
Okay, so then that put him out of commission completely.
Nice.
All right. This boy is Gonzo.
Well done.
Indeed.
All right, with this tank taken out of action right as he was getting into the fun of the shenanigans. Just trying to get these flames a little bit further down. There we go. Perfect. Loader, if you'd like to make a check to reload. There is another
Certainly.
Panzer on the other side.
Certainly. Gotta keep those. Those are coming.
Keep the rounds going.
7,
6
I
dice.
believe.
Oh yeah, 7. Yeah, because of the command.
Yeah.
You're right. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
I got a success. We're loaded, locked and loaded.
Locked and loaded. And let's see, I don't think there's any other targets for the hull gunner just yet. If you want to take a Overwatch,
Mm-hmm.
you got it. That's the tanks go. It's 12:17 by my watch. I'm willing to do another round if you guys want to, but I will leave that to you as the players.
I'm open to it.
Push it.
Yeah,
I'm game.
Okay, I
I'm all right.
think you guys
I'm
can
good.
probably complete your mission on this one.
Probably.
All
All
right,
right, let's do it.
let's do it. One last round. And Lance Corporal Harris, you are up first.
All right. Where are we? Left side of the
Harris
road
is
here.
dead, I think.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Dead.
Gonna change it to
It's,
Stevens.
Yeah. And that anti-tank gun is right over. Well, you can't see where I'm pointing, but it's still right in front of us.
Yeah, the one on the other side of the hedge.
Yeah, I can't see them from here. I'm gonna run up 10 meters,
Okay.
pop off a shot.
Let's see. You could run up to the side here
That works
and
for me.
have a shot.
Certainly.
Got it. We'll put you in this grid square. Sure. Well, you'll have more cover if you go to the left grid, but you'll have better chance of hitting in the right grid. Your choice.
I'd like to hit.
All right, you got it.
So the guy that's on my right with his ears covered, I think I have the best shot at.
Yeah.
Let's take a shot at him.
Okay.
And I didn't aim or do anything like that last round, did I? With this guy? I should know, but I don't think I did.
No, you were aiming at someone else and then you took a shot.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll 6 dice, correct?
Yep. Yes, sir.
That is 3 successes.
Hey, there we go. You want to take lucky strikes or increase
No, sir.
damage?
Extra damage.
You got it.
So +4 to damage then.
Jeez.
Roll that d10, sir.
Certainly. I've lost. I can hear you, but I can't see you. I can't seem to access.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll my d10.
Okay.
That's a 2.
Oh,
Plus
2
4.
plus 4 is 6. That's 2 points of damage.
Okay. And let's roll his protection. See if those sandbags come in clutch. They do not. So he will take those 2 points.
And have a guts check.
Yes, sir. Got a -1, yeah?
Yeah.
Oops. 2 successes. He stands his ground.
These Germans have like 17 guts.
Jesus, bro.
No, I'm giving them, for their guts checks, I'm giving them 6 dice as a baseline.
Okay.
So they take ones off of there and roll from there, except for the lieutenant. Since he's their commander, he's
Sure.
a little bit braver than his boys.
I get you.
Braver or
Was
more zombie-like? I'm
braver.
curious.
Yeah, that comes with the next episode.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's Private Stevens. And
I have a way to TTRPG Nazi zombies.
I have a map with that, actually. Okay, we go now to Private Wolf. Or actually, I mean, you've only got one dude. Would you like to run somebody else up from one of the other squads? Oh, did we
Ty?
lose Ty?
Yeah, I'm here, sort of. Okay, I'm just gonna back out and try and come back. I can't get my.
Okay.
Oh no, you know what? I found it. It was behind my calculator. There it is. Cool. All right, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, so I know you're down a guy. Would you like? I can either get you another guy in, or just out of pity, since that'll take a minute. If you want to just give Stevens another go, I'm okay with that.
I'd love to give Stevens another go.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think we got that one guy from that other squad who's got that anti-tank gun too, I think, right?
Yeah, there is another anti-tank dude in the back.
I like to finish what I start, though. So I'm gonna attack the guy I attacked last.
Okay.
And I'm
You want
gonna
to take
roll.
a quick action to aim and give yourself
Yes,
a bonus? All right.
Absolutely.
So
So
add
roll
1 to that.
7d6. That is no successes.
Oof. You want to push your luck?
Yeah, certainly. They do roll all 7 because none of them were ones.
Okay.
Correct.
Wow, my luck's run out, y'all. It's been fun.
Mm.
Any ones in there?
Let me double check. Yeah, one of them.
Alrighty.
Foobar time.
I'll take that foobar. Thank you. That is your go, sir. Now we will go to Private Wolf.
So Private Wolf's gonna try to unjam his gun.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So that will be, I guess, a heavy weapons check
Yes,
is
sir.
what normally that works as. And he is going to roll and get no successes. I'm going to push the roll. Yeah, I did have a 1 in there, so I won't roll that one. You will get a foobar from me.
Okay.
3 successes. How about
There
that?
we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. So
Take
I'll get 2 lucky strikes and a foobar on account of all that. And then I guess my fast action is going to be to, I can't do a heck of a lot. I'm just gonna tell my guy to shoot his rifle. I'm just gonna tell him just shoot somebody. That's gonna be my fast action, just to give that guy something.
Okay.
So then that guy, does he have that M1? I guess, or not an M1? It's an Enfield.
Yeah, the SMLE.
Okay, so he'll move to my right side and see if I target the same guy that was being targeted from that gun. That's our objective anyway. So
Okay.
he'll just move to my right and fire away. I guess he has only 6 dice
Yes,
as
sir.
well. All right, here we go. We've got no successes, a complete miss, and I will spend one of my lucky strikes and roll them all over again. There's 1 success, no ones. A singular success with a +2 on my D10. A 10 turns into
Hey,
a
the
12. We've got a location die roll, and I got an 8, so that is torso. So that's outside of the sandbags, and that guy is toast. I rolled a 4 measly 3 for crit, and that's not very exciting. But 3 wounds is more than enough to take him out anyway.
Oh yeah, he was already down to 2. So that round comes flying through, and he's already been kind of peppered. And there's the moment where he's bracing himself to stand back up as the round gets a meaty thunk through the chest. He doubles over on the wheel.
Nice. And those guys take guts checks when they see their buddy fall.
Alrighty, let's do it. No successes.
Oh,
Everybody's
Right.
bad guts rolls.
everybody's hightailing it, man.
Alright, the 88 crew is booking it, and the 36 crew is going to book it. Put the fear of God in them.
Mhm.
Alright, that is Wolf. Next up is Roe, followed by the Jerrys.
All right. Now, Gabe, correct me if I'm not wrong. I can interrupt my movement, right?
Meaning to say that you are going to move and then act and then move again?
Yeah, move, drop the bomb, keep running.
I don't remember about that. I think that the dropping of the bomb and the positioning of the bomb is a slow action. So you have your fast action, and effectively, can you intersperse them? I'll be 100% honest. I have no recollection one way or the other. Brian, it's up to you, buddy.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool
Okay.
with it. I'll allow it. I want to see you guys blow this thing.
Sweet. I'll use my fast action to move up just up next to it, drop the bomb, and then jump over the ledge
Okay.
to get to cover.
Diving off to the other side. Are you going to detonate it? Or.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
do Let's make that, what will be a tech check for your
Yeah,
demolitions?
it's a tech check for demolitions. That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that.
I
Nice.
think you have a bonus on it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
only 8 dice.
Nice.
Only 8, yeah.
He's got nothing.
I'm gonna push it and just give you the foo bar at this point because
Yeah,
I don't
do
give a
it, do
shit.
it.
Mhm.
Okay. 1 success.
That's good enough.
All right. And this is underneath, so the armor's 2, right? Is that where you put it?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
what's
see.
what's the AP and the damage modifier on that demolition charge?
It's a very good question.
I will look and see. I'm not sure if I included that.
If not, I can search a suitable one up. Let me see if I can find one. Here we go. These are guns, rifles, machine guns, and now is it like a mine? It's a British, like a Hawkins mine?
Number 36, Mark 1 Mills bomb.
Oh, it's a Mills bomb. Got it. All right. So number 36 Mills bomb is oh no, then that's more of a grenade type of thing. It doesn't have an AP
great.
value. It doesn't have an AP value. I mean, maybe you might have wanted to say it's a number 74 sticky bomb, which is what I
Yeah.
thought you were doing.
Yeah,
So
that's what I had intended.
If that's what it is, then it's a +4 and it's an AP4. So they get no armor roll on the bottom of the tank since AP4 is 2 higher than 2. So 2 minus 2 is down to 0. And Carlos, you roll a D10 and add 4.
Oh Jesus.
No success on the armor.
Total of 10.
Yeah,
I rolled a
that's
6.
that's a crit. That's a crit, and it is 3 points of damage. And then roll location on the crit so we can see what happens to the
Ooh.
vehicle.
That's a 10.
Oh, actually, you don't roll if it was in the bottom anyway. So if it's in the bottom, then it will either be determined by the GM to be only the tracks or the chassis itself, the body. So you can maybe, the GM would say, oh, 1 through 5, it's the tracks. 1, 4, unless he specifically said, I'm putting it on the track or I'm putting it on the body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you just said you're tossing it under, yeah?
Yep.
So
Yeah. So then that would be main body. And if you rolled a 10, it's the engine/fuel tank. So I would say if it was the GM, I would say the only thing that it couldn't be would be the armament, which is 1 and 2. So let's call that the fuel tank and roll the D10 on the fuel tank and see what happens.
Oh God.
I
4.
love it.
A 4? All right, so it's not that dramatic. It's engine hit. The engine sputters and stutters. The vehicle speed is halved as the engine keeps misfiring. If the vehicle suffers a critical, again, it is immobilized. So the engine is hit. It suffers 3 points of damage of the chassis. I'm not sure how much it started with. I think it might have been a 5 as well.
Yeah, it was a 5 and it already came down to 3.
Right.
So does it take an additional 3 now from that crit?
No. That's it doesn't have additional damage. It's just those 3 that he just took.
Gotcha.
Now, a crit on a tank does generally require a morale check to see if the crew bails out of fear. So it's a guts check.
That is no successes.
So then you would have the crew basically saying, screw this, and they'd be jumping out.
That is hilarious.
And that, again, that's up to the GM, because maybe the GM says that's not scary enough. It's up to the GM. But generally, a 3 points critical damage is supposed to be frightening for the interior, for the crewmen inside.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely. Oh, here's all the fires. Wow, I forgot I locked them. All right, so as that bomb explodes in the undercarriage here, the crew is terrified, and foolish me for not having Panzer crew on hand, but they are booking it. Let's see. We'll just copy this guy. So this crew also bailed. And this crew is also bailing now. Terrified and running like hell.
I thought they were paratroopers for a moment.
Fallschirmjäger. All right, those guys are booking it. That is Raymond's go. Private Rowe and your buddy here, Private Lindsay. He's got some crew out in the open if he wants to take advantage.
Lindsay's gonna take advantage and try to cover his friend from afar, and he'll do a fast action quick aim and then take a shot.
Okay.
Maybe a little 7, I think.
Yeah. That is 1 success.
All right, it's good for a hit. Roll that
And
damage dice, sir.
that was horrible. 2 plus 2 is 4 damage.
Still be enough to hit him for 1.
Yep, that's just a 1.
All right.
Dink.
Gut checked. Good job, sir. All right, that is Rose go. Jerry's are up. And they are, why do I keep hitting that? I'm used to first person, that's why. They are in full retreat. The 88 crew, having failed their check, seeing the lieutenant gone, are booking it. They full run, trying to get out of harm's way.
Everybody's in full run.
Yeah. Them boys are in retreat. These boys are in the same manner. 20 will get them here. And then another 10 back there. Oops, not you, Stevens. Sorry.
Oh. I would chase them down, but
There they go, and these guys have
Chase him to
another
the
10.
trees.
You just see Stevens running down the street with his gun shooting in there, and you keep running.
yeah, I mean, they killed my buddy. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
These guys, let's see, you boys are booking it as well. 20 gets them here, and another 10 will get them back All right. You've significantly got most of the Jerry's routed. This dude is not routed yet, though.
The only guy left.
He has
Yeah.
no idea what's going on.
And he's like, guys.
He's that kid who's still playing hide and seek.
Well, let's see. He just saw he did just hear 2 tanks explode near him and has probably heard the footsteps of crew running away. Oh, that's right. You guys are running away too. Let's see. I'll have to detach them first. Whoops. For whatever reason, tabletop does not always like that. There we go. Oh, come on, you.
Giving you a ton of issues. We can just understand they're gone.
Yeah,
we could.
It's
these
fine.
guys are running away.
They're bringing the whole gun with them.
Squeak, as they're wheeling it off. Yeah. I'm gonna give this guy a guts check because I mean he's seeing everybody leaving. He's hearing the footsteps. Are you sticking around? I'm gonna give him a -1 given how many people are booking it.
He just hears Davis on the other side. He just hears the.
Nope, he fails. He's not as dumb as he looks. He's getting out of dodge too. 20 gets him here, and another 10 get him back to the house. He's running. You guys have essentially have them in retreat, full out retreat here. This guy's he's covered in friend. 30 will take him back to here. So he's just running away. Now, unless you guys want to just take one more round and see how many more of them you can kill, you've essentially got this in the bag.
I think we got this. I think this is a victory. This is a British victory.
Indeed.
Yep.
Fantastic.
A great day.
So I don't.
That's great. Except
I
for
don't
Harris.
have any. I was gonna say I don't have any training in medical aid, but I do have a first aid kit. Is that something that would help him right now?
If you have no training, the best you can do is get a success and fix, I think, 1 endurance point, if I'm not mistaken. Unless the guy had a critical injury whereupon he needed stabilization. Without medical training, you can't stabilize somebody, and that person's likely gonna need a doctor or a medic.
You guys do have a medic in your platoon. He's 60 meters away. Is he going to be able to get there in time?
Did we ever roll that critical? I don't remember what it was.
It was a chest wound.
Okay, so then it wasn't life threatening, which means that the medic will, in downtime, definitely be able to recoup his endurance.
Okay, so Harris, you live another day.
Excellent.
There you go.
He's alive.
Spent a lot of time bleeding on the floor.
Yeah,
He led the charge, though.
Yeah. That was fun.
that's true.
Yeah.
Very
Good-
cool, man. Very
good
cool.
game,
That's
guys.
awesome.
Think over
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
Good game.
I'm definitely
Yes.
down to play again if y'all want.
Really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I will tell you guys that the core book actually has a chapter dedicated to larger scale battles. And this is just on the edge of that larger scale where you have upwards of 20 plus guys on a side, or even 30 or 40 or 100 or whatever it is. And what it does is it actually gives a pool of dice to the armies. So that effectively you would have dice depending on your leadership, your equipment, your morale, your location, if the location is more favorable to you, like if you're defending, and then you will roll. The GM will roll for the Germans or the Axis powers, and then the players can take turns rolling for the whole army. And then depending on the number of successes, then you kind of create the story and roll on some charts that will determine casualties and will determine if reinforcements might come in. And so abstractly, the combat in something like this is handled in the backdrop And then all you really have to focus on in terms of the RPG is the individual characters and what their particular objectives are. So rather than control the tank, which was fun and that's cool, but if you want this action to kind of go a little faster and you just want to control your characters, your background characters can kind of fall into that abstract story, as can vehicles and artillery that's happening in the surrounding area. So it's a little different. It's a little different, and a cool way to handle big giant battles where you've got, you know, hundreds of guys and you're not obviously going to be playing around with hundreds of die rolls and whatnot. So
that reminds me a lot of how I like to run my D&D games. Anytime my players are a part of like a larger fight like that, it's just like, okay, we're gonna do one roll at the top of the round, see how good the big fight's going.
correct.
Yeah.
Exactly right. That's exactly right. That
gives
worked
that-
out really well.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It gives a serious backstory to everything.
Yeah.
Keeps the game moving at the same time.
And what's cool is if the characters achieve, let's say, taking out that 88, then all of a sudden that 88's removal actually might be a die removed from the Germans' army pool.
Right, yeah.
So that it affects the overall battle in a small way, but nevertheless, it's something to go for, you know.
It's a meaningful way too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
good
awesome,
job,
man.
guys. Thank you guys so much for playing.
Brian,
Yeah,
we
British
really
victory.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I love what
Thank
you
you,
did
man.
with the layout and everything and the music. It's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's really it puts my little demonstration to shame for sure. I don't have the wherewithal with all this stuff and the technology and whatever, but it's great. It sounds and looks fantastic. So
Thank
it's
you, sir.
really
Thank you.
cool.
Thank you.
I did a recording on just this Wednesday, the day before yesterday, with the guys. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the guys in Ireland called On Tabletop.
Yeah.
And so I did a recording with them, and they're coming out with that when they edit it, and it's the intro mission on the quick start. So spoiler alert if you're planning on running or playing that, but it was fun. It came out pretty good.
Yeah, I thought this one. Yeah, I liked the one on the quick start, and I've seen that a couple of folks are tackling that. So I wanted to change it up and go a completely different route.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Something a little original. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. This is all
Yeah, it
based
was
on
fun.
an actual event that did occur historically.
Yeah, totally.
Very cool.
I like
Very
that
cool.
aspect of it a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of the viewers, if we're gonna post this up there, a lot of the viewers will have seen some tidbits from the core book, such as the charts and the vehicles and critical hits and whatnot. So it's always neat to see some of those things.
Oh yes, I'm so excited for it. I pre-ordered already, so I'm just on standby. Like, come on, let's
Just
get
like me, man. Just like
See
me.
it come in.
I got the dice. That's all I've got so far. So
Awesome. Well,
Very cool.
Thank you, Gabe, for taking the time to walk us through all of the rules
Yeah,
that
totally.
I was just gonna wing. And this is a much better codified system.
yeah, man, for sure. I totally enjoyed it, and I thank you for. Yeah, by the way, this is officially the first time I've ever played the game as a player.
How'd you like it?
As a player, I've run it every other time it was the GM, and this is the first time I get to run it as a player, and I loved it. It's great. I mean, it was it's exactly how I kind of envisioned it. I got to play a heavy gunner, and my gun jammed on me, and I could barely get it to work again, and it's cool to manipulate the lucky strikes with the foo bars, which is always neat because I've always just played around with foo bars, but it's neat to kind of see it from a player's perspective finally. So
Awesome.
I do thank you. I have a bunch of guys that I game with, and none of them want a GM, man. None of them want a GM. It's so hard.
That's the
Say
worst.
As a forever GM, I can tell you it is very nice sitting on games like this. Like this is a taste of what we get in Brian's campaigns.
It's true. Well,
Thank
thanks
you.
again, guys. I'm gonna knock it out. It's a good almost 2 a.m. over here, so I'm a bit out.
Sir.
Carlos has been awake since 4 a.m., so he's on 22 hours. Nice.
Before you go, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet all y'all. I will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
likewise.
It's been a
Yeah,
pleasure.
of course.
Hope
Thanks
you
for
guys have a
playing.
great
Definitely.
night.
Thanks for the invite.
Hey,
Thanks for the
absolutely.
invite, guys. Have a
All
good night.
right.
Thanks. All right,
Take it
y'all have a
easy.
good night.
Bye bye.
Good night.